Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Talkin Top Tier. I'm your host, always doing the most. They call me Tone the Boss. And every time we do this, it's always a very, very special guest. This kid is somebody I'm so excited about. I'm excited about his future, his now, his life. I'm excited to know more. I hope y'all get as excited as I am. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for SizB.
What it do? What's going on? Mag life.
How you feeling? How you feel?
I'm feeling blessed, man. I'm feeling really, really blessed. God's been throwing a lot of blessings my way this year.
I'm happy to hear that, man.
Take my shades off.
Yeah.
Closer,
So the point of this podcast is we always want to introduce not only new talent, but let people know like the options that's available. And we also want to talk about the obstacles you may be facing and educate. So this episode, we're going to get to know you. And I've seen you perform, so I already know I'm going to have you back. And I usually don't have repeat guests, but like you're young and you're hungry. And I'm just excited to be in your presence right now because your journey goes so much farther and beyond this. I'm no fortune teller, but when y'all meet him, when y'all see him live, if you haven't already, you'll see this kid is the future. You're up next.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I'm just a teenage kid from Iowa chasing his dreams. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I love that, man. I'm so about Iowa. So I was originally born in Chicago and moved over here at a young age, and not only did it save my life, but, you know, I'm a nerd. So in Chicago, I was low end, south side. Yeah. Ain't no room for nerds out there. But out here, Iowa has been my home. I take pride in being from here. I take pride in building here. I love the people here. I love the atmosphere, and I love the opportunity. So you born and raised in Iowa, but it is Quad City, so it's like Iowa-ish.
Yeah, we like right on that border.
Yeah, you still know.
Like borderline Iowa, borderline Illinois. It's like, because I'm from Davenport, Iowa, so like the way it is like if you go right across a bridge, it's only like as soon as you hit downtown Davenport, all you got to do is go across the bridge, and then you're in Illinois bound.
Yep.
Then you're automatically in Rock Island.
Yep.
So it's like I'm from the Quad Cities, so it comes up to Davenport, Iowa, Bettendorf, Iowa, Moline, Illinois, and Rock Island, Illinois, and those make up the Quad Cities. So yeah, it's kind of like Illinois-ish, Iowa-ish, but it also makes sense why, you know, a lot of Chicagoans, you know, end up moving here because, you know, like we're so connected.
Yeah, for sure. Man, so I feel like we connected. So I would imagine originally we probably kind of saw each other at the music awards last year, right? The 2023. Would that have been the first time, or have you been in Essence classes?
So
I think I've seen you there.
So no, I think you and I originally met. I performed with SNSW Dance at the Iowa Music Awards last year, but I formally met you this year at the Iowa Summer Jam, actually, when Essence gave me the opportunity to perform with her during her set. So shout out to SNSW.
Man, shout out to Essence. And what's super cool is like I do a few podcasts and somehow, I mean, I know I'm a part of all of them, but there's just different ways that it all affects us. So I met Essence through my co-host with the Whiskey and Real Estate podcast, Lucas Burrington. He had booked her to do like a one-on-one like master class for dance out here. So they introduced me, and then my daughter was a part of that master class and loved it. And then I got my daughter in Essence's regular classes, and now I'm recording some of her music. And you know, and then that led to the Iowa Music Awards, which I gave her the opportunity to dance there. And you were one of her dancers there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then you know, after recording her music, I'm like, you have to do this at Summer Jam. So we get her at Summer Jam, and she's like, I'm bringing somebody with me. And I was like, yeah, you should always bring like a hype man or something. And you were so much more than that. like, and this is me just seeing y'all together. So the beauty of what you're doing right now is like you danced with her, you did your original, but it was a collaboration. It wasn't a if it's my chance, I gotta show my ass. Like you didn't try to outshine one another. And you guys gave each other equal respect on that stage. And that's sometimes difficult to navigate. And it sometimes it is an opportunity where it's like, okay, but if I show them what I can do, and you didn't try to like let me extra show out. Because now I've seen what you're capable of. So we'll get to that. But I know what you're capable of now, and I know that you held back at Summer Jam and still did amazing.
I appreciate it.
It was absolutely one of the best performances at Summer Jam, if not the best. and you guys did it as a collaboration. So before I get too far in advance, but yeah, Lucas introduced me to Essence. We actually talked about y'all on my TNT podcast because we was talking about Summer Jam because Tevin is my co-host on that, and he also performed at Summer Jam. And we was like, man, Essence and Sis. And we thought it was Sis, S-I-S. So now I got to put respect on your name and apologize in person.
That's why every time I introduce the people, I'll be like, my name is Siz, S-I-Z. I always spell it out for them right away.
Yep.
Because like it was like Sis, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah, so I say all that, and I'm sorry, I will go on and on sometimes. But where did your name come about?
Okay, so the way I originally started as Lil Drummer, right? Because like I was 6 years old the first time I recorded my first song in the studio.
Damn.
And so I have picked up the pen for the first time when I was 6. My dad sat me down one day. I was in the middle of watching my favorite movie of all time, Like Mike. Bow Wow.
Hey, Bow
So
Easy.
I was watching that movie, and then he had brung me out, stopped what I was doing. I was very irritated, but he had rapped over DMX's Stop Being Greedy beat for me. And he had a song called Buffalo Soldier. And I just remember, like, I could see and hear the passion throughout the entire record. And then I went into my room. I wrote, like, a 10-minute Michael Jackson type of record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I picked up a pen, never put it down. And by the time I was 14, I was, like, really, really confident with my songwriting skills. And so I think that's what helped me get started. And then the name SizB originated from actually the boy band B2K.
I was wondering if it was a Raz-B connection.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Because, you know, you got Lil Fizz.
Yep.
And then I rhymed that. So what happened was back in elementary, like 4th, 5th grade, I was a huge B2K fan.
Yeah.
Right? I had discovered them on my own, not realizing that I had already watched You Got Served 100 times, not knowing they were the same people.
That's crazy. I love this.
So once I found that connection, it was like 2 years we was locked in real strong. And like I was trying to make boy bands. I probably had like 3 different groups in my neighborhood, but you know, parents, I could never get people together to do it, so I had to stay solo. But one day I was in my class, and instead of doing work, do your schoolwork, kids. Instead of doing work, I was sitting down and I was just rhyming. I'm like, Biz, Driz, Diz, Biz. I was like, Sizz low-key sound the best.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just take like Sizz A, Sizz B, Sizz C, Sizz D. I was like, nah, B sound the best. I was like, we're just gonna do Sizz B. Because I used to change my name every week. I done had Lil Drummer, Mactastic X, Mysterious Society, Fly Society. I had so many names as a kid, but Sizz B just stuck for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's stuck over the span of 6+ years now. So
yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. I definitely thought, and it was after the Iowa City show, I was like, the SizB a play on B2K? And I was like, he's too young to know about them, because I feel like I grew up with B2K. But see, what's really cool is like I grew up, when I saw Bow Wow coming out, that was the person that made me look at it and say, I can do that. I should be him.
Yes.
So for him to be your hero, but it's like different. Like, and like my big thing this year, and I tell everybody, I say every episode now, people at the top collaborate, people at the bottom compete. I was at the bottom, so I wanted to compete with Bow Wow. I wanted to be better than Bow Wow. So, and I think we were the same age. But you got to grow up a little bit behind that, and he could actually be a role model and inspiration. For me, B2K is like, you know, I was watching them, I'm like, damn, they got it because they can dance. I can't dance, but I also never tried. Like, and I couldn't. But either way, like, motivation does a couple things to people. It can either, you know, when you see people doing the things you want to do, you can either get motivated and learn to do it and try to do it, or you can be jealous. You can hate. I feel like I definitely hated on B2K, but I did enjoy their music. Everything from Bump 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 to watching You Got Served. Like, they are extremely talented, and I've always admired what they did, but I was trying to carve my own way as like one of the best rappers, and that's super dope that you was watching Like Mike and like, you know, you grew up on that.
I got put on it by my parents. So, like, my original love for music came when I was 3 years old. It's crazy because as a 3-year-old, you can't really remember too many things. But I do remember my father. He had this Michael Jackson tape. It was I think it was after he died. It was probably like 2010. So, you know.
Is it the This Is It?
No.
Okay.
I have that DVD, though.
Okay.
But it was like a MTV special. You know how, like, when he passed away,
Yeah,
they were
yep.
playing his stuff on TV
yeah,
for
yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
radios.
Yep.
And then I was like, who is this guy, right? So my
Dang,
dad...
you had to ask who was Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So my dad turned around. He was like, Negro, you don't know who Michael Jackson is? Boy,
he had to put you on.
So he had... you know, he had the VHS tape. You could still record and everything like that. He had taped Michael Jackson's top 10 videos.
Nice.
And then it started off as sumo wrestling, but he was like, nah, he'll like dancing more. So he switched it. And then after the #1 video, which was Thriller, they started showing people that were proteges of Michael Jackson. And so that tape introduced me to so many artists that I find as huge inspirations now. It had Chris Brown's live 2007 VMA performance,
Nice.
where he did his Billie Jean tribute, Kiss
Yep.
Kiss, Wall to Wall.
Yes.
He had the Usher Caught Up video in there, the Neo
Yes.
Closer video.
Uh-huh.
So like I was introduced to so many of like the new
Yeah.
generation, and that's like my first time seeing all of these guys was from
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. So Michael is like the GOAT of all GOATs, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
have rap GOATs, I got dance GOATs, I got R&B GOATs, you know,
Yeah.
it just all varies because I've branched into so many different things, actor GOATs, everything, you know?
Yep. That I love that, dude. Like you're mentioning not only my childhood, but like just knowing you, like, and we'll get into a little bit of everything because like you know the oldies. We did an R&B show and we'll get to that, but like you know your music. You've done your homework. Even this is like your first like official interview, right?
It is.
So I know you've been asked questions and whatnot. I think you did a little something with Chop Piece, like a bit, but like you have it, dude. Like this glow about you, this energy is what I miss about myself. And it's like my due diligence. I guess I get to call myself for the first time like an OG. Like this game can be cruel, bro. Like for real. Like it's like my obligation to tell you, like, there are some crooked people in this industry. There are people that will try to take that glow away from you because you have it. And like, I can promise you, like me and a couple of my people that I will make sure you meet, like we've been looking for somebody that has your energy, that has your love for the music, that has the respect that you have. Like you came to the Iowa City show and you made sure you introduced yourself to everybody in the room, all the performers, the ones you did know, the ones you didn't know.
Of course.
And to you and to me, it's of course. But I do work with a lot of older rappers that maybe they're bitter or maybe they just have a different life. And I'm not doing sound check. Yeah. I'm not introducing myself to him. They gonna know who I am when I leave. Yeah. And then when people don't react to him, they get upset. Even and you are absolutely amazing. But even if your music didn't match your energy is so infectious and positive that people are gonna enjoy what you do. And then you match it with this amazing performance. So I say all that to come back to you watch the DVDs. Like, so were you studying the dance moves in these videos that you were watching?
So, yes, Michael Jackson was my original teacher, but I think what really made me like start dancing, because I was always doing Michael Jackson. I was stuck in that box up until the age of like 6 years old. And then I saw Step Up 3 for the first time. And when I saw that movie, right? Because the thing is, the Step Up 2, the Streets trailer, it was like, because it was in the Michael Jackson tape as well. You know what I mean? Because it had the commercials and everything. So it played the Step Up 2 ad, but it was just a trailer, so I didn't really get a glimpse. But once I saw Adam Gary Savani, a.k.a. Robert Alexander III, a.k.a. Moose.
Shout out Moose.
When I tell you, that man is my #1 dance hero. I'm very salty that he doesn't dance as much as he used to. Please come back. I miss you so much. But, bro, when I tell you, I saw him dance for the first time. And then from there, it was over. Like, I learned all the choreo to that movie, every step. Like,
so you know all the choreography to a movie?
Bro, yes, that was the original teacher. And I think it was so great because Dave Scott and Hi-Hat, you know, like those were all the choreographers for these films. You know, You Got Served, Step Up 3, Step Up 4, Stomp the Yard, Honey. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember Honey.
These are all like, these are all choreographers that like I originally got taught from movies. You know what I mean? I learned through film. And
I love that you still give them that credit, man. Like, I swear, please don't lose this. You are so humble and like so excited to do this. It excites me. Like, oh my God, I'm hoping I'm creating the platform that's gonna lead him to where he needs to go. Like, that's my job. Like, I only care about leaving a leg. Like, I've accomplished a lot in my musical career. Now my point of like, I feel like life and being here and like God's purpose for me is to like help usher in the next person and like show them the right way to do things. And like your energy and like the way that you're just you're a triple threat. You sing, you can rap, and you can dance your ass off.
That's just on
but
the surface.
The fourth threat that people don't appreciate or don't know or don't have anymore is your humility. Like, you are such a just humble, positive person that it's like, I just want to help them. Like, so, and I'll break it down because I'm very transparent. Like, most of my shows, they cost, and people have an issue with that because they're like, oh, I rap and I'm the best rapper ever. I shouldn't have to pay for anything. Yeah. But the cost is because, number one, I got to pay for the venue. Number one, I got to pay for a door person.
Facts.
Number one, I got to pay for sound. Normally, I got to pay for a DJ, but DJs got so expensive. I learned how to goddamn DJ. Yeah, like shit. All right, if I can cut out one cost. So, these events, I'm not like making buku dollars. Like I'm barely it's either breaking even. Sometimes I'm short. Sometimes I come out, but it's not a lot. Unless I'm just like the performer. So when I put on a showcase, it's more of an expense. Even like we did one in Sioux City, and I don't think they charged me for the venue, but I had to drive there. I had to pay for a hotel, and then, I had to DJ it. So it's like,
Still coming up out of pocket.
yeah, and people don't understand that. So I bring that up because the first showcase I had, you hit me up and you paid without any question. You're like, hey, paying this, I want this slot. And had you reached out, and I'm soft, I ain't even gonna cap. Had you reached out and said, hey, I'm 19, I really like to be a part of this, I can't afford this fee, I'm like, well, I'll give you a chance. And then if you would have brought up, hey, I performed with Essence at Summer Jam, oh, okay, cool, I definitely would have gave you a chance. Or, hey, I performed for you at the Iowa Music Awards, you may not remember me, is there any way you can give? I probably would have gave you a chance. The fact that you just paid it, didn't ask questions, didn't, you understood what it was, what you get out of it, And there may be opportunities that's like, hey, I do got to charge. But moving forward, right now, the plan is I don't ever want to charge you for a show again. Oh, wow. I will come out of pocket to make sure you're a part of that show. I don't care if I take a loss. If you show up and do what you do because you're so good at it, I want you there. You are a special guest. And if there's an opportunity where I can help you make money, I will do that. But I not only believe in you and I've seen what you can do, but the mic went out. But again, you just have that humility about you and that hunger, and I don't want anybody to take that away from you. So that's real talk. Like, I'm not gonna go back on this, but like I want you a part of this. Like, you got to see our studio today. I would like for this to be one of your home studios. This I can't really discount, but if I can help you anyway, I will. But as far as the shows and stuff, like, Let's get into that. So we talked a little bit about your dancing. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about your R&B.
Okay.
When did you find out you could sing and that you were good at singing?
I found out that I was actually good at singing when I was in the 6th grade. I was 11 years old, and I remember my mom used to always pick us up late after school. So we eventually started walking home and catching the bus and everything because she had to work. Real busy. Mm-hmm. But so for a solid amount of time, one day I just decided I was going to wait until I went home. I went across the street to one of the elementary schools. I went to the playground. And at that time, the New Edition story, right? Mm-hmm. That movie, it hadn't came out yet.
Okay.
But I was like, when it comes to rap, like Brashear Gray, and he was one of my biggest rap heroes at that time. I idolized the character of Hakeem Lion, what I mean, from Empire. Nice. That was like my favorite show.
Get out! So, I watched Empire.
Empire was my favorite show, so like I idolized Hakeem Lion. So once I found out like he was playing Michael Bivins in the New Edition story, I was like, oh nah, he's playing in something new. That was his second role ever. So I was on top of it. Yeah. And then by the time the movie actually came out, I knew everything there was to know about New Edition from the roots, because I didn't even know that they were an actual group at first. I thought it was just a movie called New Edition. And then when I looked it up, I saw the trailer. Yeah. I heard Candy Girl. I was like, oh, nah. I was like, yeah, these kids is cold. And then it turned into like, I saw it was a rap.
Yeah.
And so basically I was singing Is This the End?
Okay.
On the playground. And at the time, I was still young. I was 11.
I don't know if I know that one.
Mama told me one day it was gonna happen, but she never told me when. She told me it would happen when I was much older. Wish it would have happened. Is this the end?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
It was tough.
Okay.
So I was singing that joint.
Uh-huh.
And then 2 random girls, I didn't know they were there. I probably wouldn't even have sung it if I didn't know. Right?
Right, yeah.
They came up out the blue. They're like, oh my gosh, you are so good. Like, that was great. Da, da, da. And for the rest of the week, I was just singing. Like, it was not, mama, mama,
yes.
mama. I was going stupid.
Yep.
Dude, like, he gonna get a record deal. He's gonna get this. And after that, it never stopped. I ain't closed my mouth after that.
That's amazing, dude. And like, hearing you at, so I saw you at Summer Jam, but again, like I said, it felt more like a collaboration. So, and Summer Jam is a real busy event for me, and the music awards too. So I didn't get to focus on you as much as I should have or would have liked to. Because I'm operating, I got a staff of 30.
Yeah.
There's 50 artists
Hooking us
performing
up,
in
right.
one day. There's a lot going on that I don't think people normally understand. But I do remember, and I have several notes that say my top 5 favorite performances was Essence and SizB. Like y'all did that, like undeniably, and the fact that like I just love that I was a part of her process recording those songs and getting to see them live. So I was almost a little discouraged when she's like, I'm gonna have somebody perform with me. I'm like, just do what you. But
do you.
You
right.
did what you were supposed to do, man. So, I didn't get to see your full R&B prowess until our Iowa City show at Gabe's. And when you tell me you're 19, the last thing I expect you to open with is Knocking the Boots.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your R&B selection and and we'll go from there.
Okay, so I think the thing is that when I was younger, I was like always watching shows like Unsung and things like that because my whole life I've just been studying, trying to figure out the music industry, artists, and so during the pathway of watching Unsung, they obviously bring back a lot of groups that were forgotten about. So I got put on to so much old R&B, and when it came to H-Town and Jodeci and groups like that, their music was a little bit more grown and adultish. And as a child, I idolized the younger kids like Bow Wow, Romeo, Mindless Behavior. You know what I mean? Like the younger cats, because I always saw myself like, man, I could be 12 years old doing this. Like I used to look up things like Explore Talent and Kids Casting, trying to get my mom to take me to acting auditions and stuff. You know what I mean? So when I found out, it was recently earlier this year when I heard H-Town, like Knocking the Boots. And I heard it like a million.
Wait, this year?
So this thing, I've heard it multiple times, but like I said, I was more into like the kids and stuff. So when it came to Knocking the Boots and things, I didn't appreciate it because I was a little bit younger. I didn't really understand the music and things.
Yep.
But as I got older, I started to appreciate it more. And then once I found out, like, hold on. So high. I was like, hold on, I kind of sound like dude a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
and
I
then,
can do that?
man, when I tell you for the next week and a half, I just
When you came out doing that and they went crazy,
I knew it was gonna happen.
I
said, and that's coming from a humble place. I knew that was gonna happen.
It is. I know you too well to know that you're not cocky, but you know what you got and you know what you're doing. It's almost like you're reincarnated. You got an old soul. Like you've been sitting here and already have done this. Like you have it. It's almost annoying. I'm jealous. How did you know? But you have it, man. Like to be able to do that record, and I can't believe you just heard it this year. I feel like I've been listening to that record since I was 3. So for you to just hear it, but also appreciate it, especially enough to know to do it.
I think that's the word, appreciate it. I've heard it a bunch of times before, but I didn't appreciate it until 2024. Thank you, Tone.
I think that song appreciates you. The way that you did that, bro, and kicked it off. Like, can you imagine even being H-Town and like somebody
Dino.
just heard my song this year and you're keeping it alive. Like R&B, I feel like has been a dying art, and I'm doing everything I can to keep it alive and like not only keep it alive, but I'm still introducing it to people. This girl I'm dating now didn't know R&B as a genre.
That's crazy.
This venue I introduced to R&B night, not the one you performed at, and I ain't gonna. Anyway, but we did R&B night at a different venue, and the owner didn't even know what R&B music was.
That's crazy.
Until I did it, and that blew me away. Like, what are you? You've been missing out on life. Love. Like you ain't been loved right if nobody plays some R&B.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, Chris Brown is keeping that thing alive as much as he can, man.
Man, and I used to not even, and if you go to our old interviews, I used to not even consider Chris Brown R&B. I used to call it pop.
That's crazy.
And like, I think it changed very recently. Like, I interviewed a blues legend, Kevin Burt. He'll be at the Iowa Music Awards. And like, everything is really a derivative of blues. Like, we really, a lot of our genres got appropriated. So like, they couldn't do R&B, so like let's do pop,
Yeah.
and then we can mix everybody in, and then we can put a different face in
Right.
front of it instead of who's an R&B face. Or we can't have certain people that look like a certain way do blues, so let's make it country.
Yeah.
Like, but it's still all a derivative of the same kind of music. So
Mhm.
you know, when it comes to R&B, like I feel like it is a dying genre, and people like you keep it alive, especially when you cover a record that was probably released in the 90s
Man.
and do it so well and get that well of a response. So we're going to fast forward and we're going to bounce between R&B, dance, and a little bit of hip hop. But let's talk about your dance. How did you
fine.
link with Essence?
Well, before I get into that, I want to say rest in peace, Dino from H-Town. I feel like when I was on that stage, the spirit of him was going through me when I was singing them songs. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to Dino. I hope I did your song justice, H-Town for life. But I met Essence W at the it was a charity event. It was called Lip Sync Battle Shorties. It was a Quad Cities edition. It was hosted by Tracy Singleton, so shout out to her. She put the event together. So what had happened was one day I was actually at the barber shop, right? And my barber, I had two barbers I was going back and forth between, Justin Border and Chris Gay. Shout out both of them. But they were both at A1. And then like the whole time I'm sitting in the chair, both of them just going back and forth. Yeah, that little man be singing and dancing, man. He be doing his thing, right? So I was like, man.
Don't add impersonations
like,
to
man,
the
you ain't
list
gonna
of
get in
talents.
this stage. You ain't gonna get in this stage without, you know what I'm saying? I ain't cutting your hair until you sing something. So I sat for 2 hours, like I ain't singing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
And as soon as it was
You
my
tried
turn,
it.
bro, when I swear, I got up, he said, boy, what you doing? I told you I wasn't cutting your hair till you sang. So now I'm out here, bruh. And they still got money up out of me.
He said, "Oh,
Look, I sung, I sung Candy Girl by New Edition, right?
Hey, how'd that go again?"
Just the warm up, my girl's like candy, a candy tree. She knocks me high up my feet. She's so fine as can be. I know this girl is just for me. Candy girl, you are my world. You look so sweet. You're a special treat. Candy girl, all I want you to say, I need your love each and every day. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Some slight stuff. But yeah, then what got the crowd engaged was Who's Loving You by Michael Jackson. Well, the Jackson 5, they all deserve their credit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, of course.
So
wait, the crowd, are we still at the barbershop?
Yes.
Get the-
So yeah,
Wait,
that's
what's
what I'm saying.
happening?
I had to put on
What
a whole
is
show.
happening?
They made me put on a whole show, bro. But it's
And
all,
they still charge you?
It's all connected to the story, though. I promise you.
yeah, I know.
So I sing the song. Lonnie Ray, who was the owner of like everything basketball in the Quad Cities, real popular name out there, he put it on his Facebook, and so did Justin, and then it went viral in the QC. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah,
It went viral.
yeah, that counts.
And so by the end
For
of the
real.
weekend, Tracy like was in my mom's phone, like, "Hey, I have this event. I want him to come
Yes.
out. I want him to perform,
go.
do his own thing." So I show up. I obviously, you know, it's a lip sync battle, so I got to lip sync, but I still hit him with the, you know, who's loving you?
Yeah.
And then I got right into Poison.
Yeah.
Started going stupid, dancing. And then Essence was one of the competitors for that event.
Yeah.
The team, and they went twice. They had like a team A and a team B, and then there was another kid I was going against. His name is Tatum Roselle. So I was going against all of them.
Shout out to you for shouting out everybody. I
Yes,
forget
because
names so bad.
I want to make sure that everybody get their credit because
Yes.
y'all are all a part of my story. Seriously.
Hey, that's
so,
dope.
Essence, I ended up winning the event, right? And so once I ended up winning the event, a friend of mine, her name is Dynasty Anderson. She was a member of the SSW dance team, and she introduced me to Vernon and Ebony Wilmington, who's SSW's parents.
Shout out to Vern. That's the homie.
And then once I had did my thing on stage, there was like Essence. She told me, she was like, "You're so talented. Like I would love to get you on the team." Because I
How long ago was this?
This was November 1st, 2018.
Okay, nice.
November 1st,
nice.
2018. So, yeah, I got stamps because I've been waiting my whole life for all of this. Like I'm trying to tell you.
You meant for it, bro.
So, it's like I met them. I was talking to them about this dance convention called Monsters Dance and how I wanted to be a part of it because I didn't take my first choreography class until I was 12 years old with another choreographer named LaDerrick Gamble.
Okay.
And then I stopped training with him. And for about 6 months, I didn't do any training. And then that's when I met her at that event. And then it was like, come to class. We love you. Yeah. We're about to go to, like, you know, I was talking to them about Monsters. Like, speaking of Monsters, we're actually going in a couple of weeks. We'll pay for half, like, you know. And then Vernon and Ebony literally offered to pay for half of my fee.
What?
And they was like, yeah, like, we'll pay $125 of it. All you got to do is come up with the rest of the money. When I tell you, the next day, shoebox, back at the barbershop. Back at the barbershop.
Yep.
I'm talking singing, dancing, all the whole 9 yards. Every business on the block. Boy, when I tell you I came back.
You utilized the barbershop.
When I tell you I came back with that money. I love full circle
stories, bro.
When I tell you I came, my mama boyfriend at the time, bro, I came back with that shoebox full of money. He said, I left for 45 minutes, came back 125 up, ready to go.
Let's go.
At the age of 13.
13.
Like, and from there, I was just fundraising so I can go to Essence, you know, to Nashville, to here, to there. You know, like me and Essence, we basically grew up together. She was a kid teaching us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like crazy. But yeah, that's how I met Essence. That's how I got a part of the team, and that's how I entered the dance industry. I entered through her. She's the second teacher. She was my second teacher.
That's amazing. I love this, dude. I love everything about this. How we're all connected and all like just able to help each other grow. Like, and that's a big thing too. Like, I'm on the promoter side of things, but obviously a promoter ain't nothing without the artist. And if I bring a bunch of artists that people don't respect or they don't respect the art, then I look bad. And then it looks like anybody can be on the stage. When I get somebody like you up there that sings, dance, interact with the crowd, interact with the DJ. I was texting somebody like, bro, this dude, he had a whole full plan. We had planned conversation. He planned a conversation with the DJ. It was like, ain't you the DJ? I was like, that's beside the point. He had a plan. And he sent the plan a week in advance. This song ends at this specific time. Like, it was so well thought out. And it was just like you take it serious, and a lot of people will see that we do it, and then they also see like I'm very like silly, like honestly, like I don't take myself as serious as I should, and the things that I do as serious as I should, but I like the joy and the fun in things, but it also makes it where it gives this perception of people that, oh well, anybody can do it if Tone's silly ass can do it, but it's like, no, like I'm really actually stressed the hell out and I gotta be silly to, you know, keep it going. But when I get an artist that I get to work with like you or like an Essence or one of my closest friends now is Classic, and I just see not only the art, the talent, the drive that y'all have and the humbleness, it's like, I will give everything. All my resources are your resources.
I love
like however I can help you move forward, and I don't need to be a big part of the journey that you're gonna be on, but I will gladly lay down and be a stepping stone for you to get to the next level.
To the roots, man. When it come down to the roots, man, your name definitely gonna be there.
Hey, I see how you do shout outs, so like, I definitely will be watching all the interviews. Like, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it?
Nah, I definitely am, because the thing is, like, the Iowa Music Awards was something that I discovered after the first ceremony. And then when I found out that I missed the first one, I was mad that I even missed it, because I was like, bro, what? And then I was like,
so did you imagine yourself performing at the second one after you heard about the first one?
It's all been planned, brother.
It is. It really is, especially with you. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. Now,
you've been here before.
Now, SSW giving me the opportunity, I didn't know that she was gonna be the person to introduce me to you, but I definitely knew that I was gonna end up, you know, getting the Iowa Music Award by any means. I made it in my plans. Yeah. Because even last year when we performed, I remember talking to two of the dance team members, Lily and Ellie, and I was like, you know, I was gonna submit, you know, for a song, but they was like, why didn't you? I was like, you know, I only got one song out right now. I'm trying to, you know, pick up and everything. They was like, well, we could have saw you getting an award. I'm like, it's okay. So I was like, it's all right, you know what I mean? Next year. Yeah. And I meant that, you know what I mean? Yeah. And now this year, everything has happened the way it's happened, you know, and Essence just keeps giving me endless opportunities, man. Right. You know, and I'm just so thankful for that and grateful because like it even got to the point like I remember I went to LA with her back in 2019. I got to meet, you know, the late Steven Twitch boss, RIP Twitch, you know what I mean? I cried.
Twitch, yeah.
But you know, like I said, Step Up 3 was that first film that, you know, got me outside of that Michael Jackson box.
Yeah.
So Steven Twitch boss was one of like he was a huge inspiration to me. So to be in the flesh taking his class, for him to look me dead in my eyes and tell me how talented I was and how gifted I was, it like I cried. Like my mom was there. We took a photo and everything. Like it was the only interaction I had with him. But like that I always keep that memory with me because that was like one of my biggest, you know, idols. Like that's somebody I watched on the TV millions and millions of times over from Step Up 3, 4, 5, Ellen every single day. You know what I mean? Like my grandma was she was a huge Ellen fan. So Twitch, she knew Twitch from that. I knew Twitch from the dance and stuff. So just the fact that I met him, it was like a huge milestone in my career. You know what I mean? And that all happened because SizW gave me the opportunity to perform with her at the I'm a Beast 2019 stage. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I always like stay grateful to Essence because she always provides endless opportunities for people that she cares about. You know what I mean?
And again, God, I'm just a sucker for full circle moments. But like her teaching my daughter, like when my daughter went to her master class, she cried so hard because she couldn't keep up. But one thing I think about me and my blood and her is like I almost enjoy anything I can't do because I'm gonna work so hard. I'm gonna force me to be good at something. And my daughter, like the way, like hearing it, like even the weeks I'm not there, because at one point I was like, is Essence saying this because I'm there? But like the weeks that I'm not there, I hear from Naya's mom that Essence called her out and said she's doing so great in front of everybody, and like. And it's just so dope because I'm like, this little shy girl that cried when you asked her to dance the first time is now like leading in your class and excelling and won an award last year. And you guys are performing at the mall and performing here. And now I can get her, like she's performing with me everywhere I go where she's, you know, it was kid friendly. And that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Essence. So I owe her so much because like raising a kid really does take a village. There was confidence that like, I already have, but I went through some stuff that I would never want my daughter to go through that I just couldn't give her. But I was like, you got to be confident. You got to be confident. But just saying that doesn't do it. You have to have somebody that really believes in you and really will discipline you and tell you when you're doing bad or when you're doing good and help you elevate. And Essence has been her for my daughter. And it's amazing to hear that she's also had an impact on you the way she did. Definitely. So when you saw that she was on So You Think You Can Dance, so like you had already like grew up. Like
I got to watch that whole process
in real time.
Bro, that process was so crazy because the thing was like realistically she was supposed to do that back in like 2019, the year that I originally met her. Like I met her in 2018, but like within like that first year, you know, fresh out of high school, she was gonna do it. But the thing was COVID shut everything down. And when I tell you I'm so upset because that weekend Essence had so much planned for us. We were gonna perform at a Chicago Bulls game. I was gonna go to Chaos St. Louis. I was gonna go to Chaos Atlanta. Like at this point I was like in the dance industry heavy, so I was everywhere. You know what I mean? And it was gonna build my resume crazy. And then literally 4 days before I was supposed to be at the Chicago Bulls game with SizW Dance performing during the halftime show, COVID happened. Everything shuts down. No dance opportunities for me. Like it killed me.
COVID hurt everybody in a different way.
You know what I mean?
But one thing I do unfortunately give credit for is it's bad because it changed everything, but it's also good because it changed everything. I'm pretty religious, and it's like you know, what's meant for you won't miss you. You know, people make plans, God laughs. You know, these things may not have happened because you may not have gotten to connect with somebody that you're supposed to in a later time in life because this great thing happened and you would have felt you didn't need them. But COVID, I think, gave everybody a new appreciation on life, family, friends, and relationship. And also a new perspective on business and how important it is to be self-sufficient when the rest of the world isn't there for you. 1000%. So, you know, those things, that's crazy that you lost opportunities. I know I lost a lot that year, but where we are now, I know that I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for that year and all the tragedy that I went through. But the triumph that's happening now is due to those tragedies and the hardships that had to come about. So
because the year 2020 is actually what gave me the song Heart on Lock.
Hey, talk about it.
So 2020, when everything did shut down, that's when I started hopping into my music bag a lot more. Like, instead of me just like writing songs now, at this point, I was like eager to get into the studio. And Juan Valtiera, aka 1V on the track.
Hey, okay,
You know what
okay.
I mean?
I know a Juan out there too, but I'm thinking it's a different one. Juan Vasquez is the one that I work with. Air Force Juan.
He was the engineer for Heart on Lock.
Okay,
so,
shout out to Juan.
There's both 1Vs. Both 1Vs. Both 1Vs.
One of them ones.
1V on the track produced Heart on Lock, and then Juan Vasquez was the one that engineered it.
That's crazy.
How that song came about, it was September 1st, 2020. There was a huge storm. We had lost power in the city for 2 whole days, a full 48 hours. And then, like, Juan, he was like, hey, man, the weather's getting kind of bad. I don't know if we should record today. And, you know, me, I was so eager to record. I'm by myself, man. You got to come and get me.
Yeah.
He pulled up, even though, like, I would have been all right. You know, my sister was on her way home. I would have been straight. But he pulled up. We lost power. He was like, I still got a little bit of juice into my computer if you want to record. I was like, yeah. He was going through some beats.
Hold on. What was the time frame?
This was September 1st, 2020. So at this point,
was it derecho that caused the power outage?
No. So that day there was like this huge storm in the city. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, Iowa has bipolar weather.
Man, so bipolar.
So that day it just decided to like thunderstorm out of nowhere. It was good all the way up until noon, and then out of nowhere everything went bad.
2020. So you was like 15.
15 years old. I still got the vocal drafts and everything of the original Heart on Lock thing. Like, this is all stuff I took my time with, and that's why it sounds as good as it does, because I put quality
did I hear
into
you
it.
Right? Hey, I got a little power on my computer. We'll see what we can do.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you know now. I don't get to vote for songs in the IMA. It's like the first rule I made is like I can't win and I can't vote. But the story alone, and I love the record, but the story alone is award worthy. So if it's not the IMAs, keep submitting that to everything. That deserves a Grammy off the story alone. He had a little bit of power. You were in a power outage in a storm, and you like, hey man, come get me. Like,
let's get it. And as soon as I heard that beat, I was like, pull it up. And he was trying to show me other beats. I'm like, nah, pull that beat up. Pull that beat up. And look, as soon as I hopped in, I'm, woo! Paparazzi trying to take a picture. Shiny, I already know, ain't it? Like, I got the freestyling and stuff. I still got the vocal, man. I still got the vocal draft in my phone, man. Like, I was 15 years old when I started working on Backseat, Heart on Lock, this entire music project. I was 15 years old in 2020. Juan Valtiera, 1V on the track, producer and Christian hip hop artist. He helped me learn how to record. He taught me how to lay things down. He taught me how to structure a song properly. Because I was writing songs, obviously, but he taught me, like, okay, you want to add ends, you want to add ad-libs, you want to add this, add that. He taught me how to record a record. And so with that record came Make Things Better, BLM, because that I Can't Breathe movement, I remember the riots in the Quad Cities got real bad. And then I just remember he played a beat one day, and I was like, man, I'm going to just make a song about everything that's going on right now. There's so much going on. I'm like, between George Floyd passing away and the COVID-19 going on, like, I can't do anything. Like, I felt like it was coming from a genuine place of a 15-year-old. And then I just wrote it, you know. We was having a good time that night. The people is dancing, the rappers was flowing, the diamonds was showing up while the youngin' was molding. 1V on the beat, he showing up having a house party at my house. Working on projects, soon they'll be out. Next thing coronavirus came out, everything got shut down. I was mad, I was just about to go out of town. I was stuck in the house, felt like I'm about to drown. Quarantine, we couldn't even go out. It got to the point where I cleaned for fun. Auntie had a baby, gotta think about her son. You know what I mean? Like
told your truth with that.
Like, it was inspiration.
And again, stayed humble, because like, I was supposed to go out of town. Now I know the full story. You were supposed to be at a Bulls game.
You know what I mean?
Doing
like,
halftime. It was bigger than I couldn't go outside. Like, no, I missed a big ass opportunity.
I did, like a few of them. So
and you sang about it and was humble in the song. That's the one place where I will say I'm absolutely not going to be humble is on my records. I am who I want to be, what I think about my art. I ain't never going to let nobody limit my art. But I love it because I have to limit I have to censor, you know, my Facebook posts, my interactions with people, because I run a business and I represent so many people. And me being myself isn't always acceptable when I walk in a room. So I have to.
True.
You know, and people shit on code switching, and I have. That's
You have to do it
every day.
Yeah.
I live in Iowa.
You know what I mean? Facts,
But
facts. As a black man in Iowa, it's definitely like code switching is something that you kind of just gotta.
It's bigger than me, bro.
You know? Yeah.
I would love to
Real
be
talk.
myself 24/7, but I need to be able to talk the talk with the people that would shut somebody that talks like how I normally talk
make them feel
down.
comfortable.
Even though I may even be smarter and know more than you, I can't talk the way I'm comfortable talking because you're gonna think less of me and you won't close a deal because I was myself. And welcome to Iowa.
Yeah, nah, for real though.
But I love that, you know, I feel like you really humbled yourself in the lyrics and you told your true story. Like I was supposed to go out of town. Like, no, you were supposed to have one of the biggest opportunities of your life and COVID messed that up. And you still made it artistic and you made it fun. That record is a sad record based on the truth behind it, but the rhythm and your voice makes it a fun, enjoyable record.
I appreciate it, man.
Great job.
You know, right now I'm just hoping that it gets nominated for Best Inspirational Song at the Iowa Music Awards.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
I can't help you with that. I know I got the shirt. I'm kind of the founder and all that, but you know, you submitted, and that's all I can ask of you. And you know, maybe the Academy watches this video before they make their decisions.
I hope so.
But you are quite the talented young man, and I'm excited to introduce you to a lot of the people we work with. So, all right, we talked a bit about R&B. We talked a bit about dance. Talk to me about hip hop. How has hip hop been an influence on you?
It's been a huge influence, especially because on my dad's side of the family, everybody is musical. The women, they can all sing, and the men, they all rap. And I was just able to catch
That's
both.
fire.
Yeah, my grandmother and my auntie Lily and you know, they all had a gospel group called the Love Gospelette's back in Waterloo, Iowa. They actually got it played on the radio a few times.
Shout out to them.
So it was real cool. But growing up, my dad was like the original, like he's to this day, he's the best rapper I've ever heard in person. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And it's like he didn't take it as seriously as he probably should have, but based on he's the reason I picked up the pen because the way he put me on to so many people from Eminem to Busta Rhymes to like E40 to Tupac. Like when I tell you,
Pop's the real one.
He's a hip hop head. He's the hip hop head.
Okay.
Like, and when I was younger, I was like, he hated the fact that I was into like Bow Wow and Lil Romeo. You know what I mean? Because those were like those two are like my rap icons. You know,
That's
Bow Wow,
wild.
Romeo, they like up here with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, I was into the younger kids and what they was doing.
Yeah.
So it's like when it came to hip hop, when I saw Bow Wow and I saw Romeo with his swag, he had the best fit on. You know what I'm saying? Best fit. He was rocking with his dad.
Limit.
His dad was rapping too. I was like, nah, man, this like us. You know what I'm saying? It's like us.
Yeah.
I followed that.
Yep.
But then when it also came down to Bow Wow, the way that this man, like, you know, like the way that this man flowed, his energy, his stage presence. He was running across the stage, not running out of breath, kept the energy, touching the girl's hands. I was like, nah, bro, this dude is sick. And like I got braids and I ain't cut them off since, bro. I'm telling you, I was like 8 years old when I got braids for the first time. Like Mike is my favorite movie ever. So like when it came to hip hop, that's really where it began. You know what I'm saying?
Do you play basketball?
My father. Yeah, I do now. When I was younger, I was like it wasn't really my thing. But now I can keep up in a little pickup game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
We do it like a celebrity 3-on-3 at the end of the month. I'd love to see you a part of that in one capacity or another.
for sure.
It's gonna be a lot of older rappers that's there, so I'm sure you can outrun them on the court.
Hey, as long as they not gonna get physical when I start swatting threes on them, you know what I mean? Like
we gonna have to take him out.
I know a lot of the old heads, they be getting their feelings sometimes. They be at the YMCA, I be me and my business partner, my cousin James, we be hooping and stuff. They be like, yo, chill.
Right.
But
That's what's up, man. I love that everything is like it's part of the family. You know, it sounds like Pop introduced you to hip hop and did it the right way with the legends.
You know, my cousin is actually Waterloo's own Killer Quay. You know what I mean?
Get out.
Yeah, Killer Quay. That's
Killer Quay, I think is up for lyricist of the year. I know there's a submission. The nominees haven't been decided, and there was a lot of people in that category. But I know Killer Quay was submitted from again, full circle stuff, but he was submitted from an Academy member. I did a trip, I think it was last year, me and Killer Quay, my boy Classic, were at South by Southwest. and we all stayed in the same house. So it's
Yeah,
everything, and that's the beauty of Iowa. Like I would have never known that there was a Killer Quay connection with you
Killer
ever.
Quay is my cousin. Killer Quay is my cousin. I call him Unc because he's a little bit older than me, so I call him Unc because you know him and my dad, they like this, you know what I mean? But when it came down, like when I was younger, watching him actually do it, you know what I'm saying? Dropping music videos, getting 10,000 views on YouTube, doing this, doing that. Like when it came time to hit the family reunion, I really looked at this man as like the guy, like the celebrity.
We got Killer Quay.
You know what I mean? Like Killer Quay, my aunt, like, and the fact that I was related to him, I was always, when we gonna work, when we gonna work. And now, like, I think it just all came together to help inspire me to become the artist that I am now. Because between the dancing and between the rapping, the singing from my family members, like my G-Bear, she has one of the most heavenly voices. Like, I love my G-Bear.
Shout out to G-Bear.
You know what I mean? And she had me in that church choir singing.
Yes.
When I tell you, I was the only 13-year-old boy in the men's choir. Like, had me at, you know, singing competitions with other churches. We were doing collaborations. Like, I was the church boy all the way up until I was like 15.
I think of a movie you may not have seen. Have you seen Sister Act?
I have seen Sister Act.
That's
Whoopi
crazy.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg,
That
Ryan Toby, Ron Johnson.
That did Oh Happy Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you finishing my
His name is
No, you did not
I just
know
said his name. Ryan Toby. Ryan Toby.
out.
I just said his name. I was about to say Ryan Toby.
Oh
Ryan
my
Toby.
God. That's crazy.
Ryan Toby, Ron Johnson, who played Sketch.
man.
That was Lauryn Hill. She wasn't even the name at the time.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
The research is unreal, bro. I am 36 and grew up on this stuff. And the fact that you still know it, appreciate it, and keep it alive, I can't thank you enough. And I promise you, any opportunity I have is an opportunity for you. So I will keep you in a loop. If it works for you, great. If it don't work for you, then I'm okay with that too. But I will continue as long as we know each other until somehow we don't know each other. I will offer you whatever's being offered to me because, like,
I appreciate that,
the
real.
world needs people like you. And, like, luckily we're in the same industry. But even if we weren't, like I said, just your energy and your humbleness is what the world needs more of, man. It's a cruel world. Yeah. I done went through some things that is like unreal, and I still try to walk out with a smile. And the I want to get back to the energy that I had when I was your age and having that kind of energy. But again, like a lot of things, especially in this industry, can really try to tear you down and take your dream away from you. So I just beg of you, like my only request is like, don't let anybody, anything take away your energy, your dream. Like, keep this, keep being you, and this energy that you have and this love for the arts that it sounds like you've always had. Like I said, it sounds like you've been here before.
Yeah.
You know the good music.
I've been waiting. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I was 6 years old. I was already writing film scripts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got movies lined up. I have a whole... I got a 30-year career that I just want to I want to showcase to the world because I done spent my whole life feeling like this is what I should have been doing. Yeah. And I personally feel like on a humble tip, like that's why me being here, like, you know, I'm so calm with it. You know what I mean?
Man, this is natural to you, bro. And I'm sorry I have to say this to the people that's watching. I've done over 100 of these interviews. This is top 3. And it's obviously I love the content and everything about what you're doing. But it's you're able to carry a conversation. You're able to speak confidently about what you're doing. You know that you're supposed to be here, and this is what you're destined to do. One big question that my boy Classic asked at the showcases is, when you do your music, are you rapping from the perspective of who you are or who you want to be? This is who you are. Like, I will vouch for you. If he would have asked you that, I would have grabbed him like, this is who he is. You can see it. You can feel it. There's no doubt about it. So, again, just thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. It's so much. I was about to say, I'm like, High Five was on that Sister Act 2 soundtrack, too. You know what I mean?
Shout out to High Five.
Shout out R.I.P. Tony Thompson. You know, one of my biggest inspirations. I got the Gumby cut because of that guy. You know what I mean? Him and Bobby Brown.
Not the Gumby.
I had the little joint
not the Gumby.
Back
the
in sixth grade, yeah, for about a week and a half. Then I went to school. Them kids got on me. I was like, oh, no, we got to get rid of it.
You was walking in class with my love.
Yep.
Do you ever
dream of candy corn and rain? Oh, darling, my candy rain. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh no! This new thing I've incorporated. We on this, we sing it. That's just what it is. Yeah. I know my singing's horrible, but I'm still. I live vicariously through my guests.
Survive though.
It's always a vibe. All right. I think we know you now, and now it's time we unknow you. We're gonna do 2 games. I only warned you about one.
All right.
The first game is our top 5. We did not pre-discuss what our top 5 are, but this is our top 5 R&B songs. And I don't think I've done this yet. I've like I said, I've had probably over 100 interviews, and we do a different top 5, but this is something I hold very, very close to my heart. I always say with my questions, there's no wrong answer. I feel like with this one, there is wrong answers.
1,000%.
So, and since we brought Essence up a lot, I will tell you, we did top 5 dancers, and our lists were so different because of the age gap, I believe.
Yeah. Who'd you put? You put Boogaloo Shrimp or something?
No, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that means. It's provocative. No one knows what that means. No, I from what I can remember, it was like Michael Jackson, Usher, Chris Brown. It was like the big guys, names, but also the older dudes.
Nah, she gave you the real
she
ones.
gave you, she gave me
ones.
people I had to TikTok and YouTube,
up, right.
and
Right.
you're right. But it Twitch was, I think, her number 1. But she gave me a list of people that dance, like not I sing and dance. Like no, I dance.
Yeah, I got a top 5 dancers. That's easy. Look, number 1.
Go ahead. Please.
Look, top 5 dancers. Let me start.
Start at 5 if you can.
Start at 5. All right. So to start at 5, I put Ao and Teo. Okay, because back in middle school, the wave them cats had.
I just want to roll the kid out. They could dance like that?
What?
They like that? They not like that.
I'll take my headphones off right now.
Okay,
I'll take my headphones off
Don't
right
take
now.
the headphones off. I'll look it up.
Them cats put Memphis juking on the map, man. Like, the stuff that them kids could do, bro, from 2015 to 2020, bro, I promise you, I almost would have put my money up for Teo against anybody, bro. Dang. I feel like Back in 2018, Teo said that he could beat Chris Brown in the dance battle, and I almost questioned it. I almost questioned it.
He said almost,
because, bro, the stuff that them cats can do with their legs at that time, bro.
Yeah.
Ao and Teo, number 5. Number 4, I low key give it to I want to say Keita the Great. Keita the Great. He's one of the coldest dancers ever, from Battlefield America to the Art of Technique to America's Got Talent to being in Chris Brown's videos to being like the choreographing people videos, like to winning So You Think You Can Dance the Next Generation.
Respect on that name,
you know what
bro.
I mean? Like he did a great OG Bobby Johnson, Nay. Like I've been watching since 2012. I've watched this man's career. You know what I mean?
Wait. So Watch Me Nay.
That wasn't him. That was him.
What Nay?
He had the coldest Nene ever. So that was
the cold one, good one.
Look, there was this Tommy the Clown dance battle. It was him versus this other dancer. His name was Kid Showout, I think. So Dad did this battle. When I tell you, this guy hit the cleanest Nene ever. Like, bro, this dude hit the cleanest Nene ever, bro, to date. So I'm like, number 4, Keita the Great. Number 3, Cassidy Bright. She is a choreographer for, she's choreographed for Kehlani. She's been in the Mindless Behavior video. She's done so much work in the dance industry. She is like one of my top 3 choreographers. Arguably, I think she's top 2 for real. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she's so cold. And I got an opportunity to meet her at my first Monsters, the one that I went to with Essence for the first time, where I won my first scholarship as well. So it was like, I remember seeing the show on the TV, and I was like dancing in front of the TV like I usually do.
Yep.
And then I just turned to my right, and then Cassidy right there just watching me.
Yeah.
Starstruck. You know what I mean? Who are you? You know what I mean? See, this your choreography, da. And then, ever since then, me and Cassidy done kept a real tight relationship. So I think her humility automatically puts her at number 3 for me.
That's fire.
Number 2, it's crazy because I feel like I'm forgetting somebody really, really important right now, but I'm going to come back to it one day. But so number 2, I want to say for a small period of time, it was Jay Hancock. Jason Hancock, he's the grandson of R&B legend Barry White.
And
he definitely was a huge part of my dancing career. was a huge inspiration. He was a member of the I'm a High Society.
Okay.
That was a company that Will the Beast had at the time, Will and Janelle. And then I met him in LA because when we went to LA, when I tell you every dancer who was somebody was in that building. I met the Future Kings at the age of 14 in that building, and who I didn't actually get the opportunity to network with until earlier this May when I originally got to formally reintroduce myself again, take a picture, and now, me and King, we have a real, we have a nice, relationship now, you know what I'm saying? We follow each other on Instagram. The Future Kings really, they like me, and I'm so grateful for that because those were cats that were dancing with Ao and Teo back in middle school. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, these are people that I watched in middle school.
And I can imagine you're one of the best networkers. We'll get back to that right after you tell us who is your number one.
Josh Price. Josh Price.
He put emphasis.
Josh
Why
Price.
can I see the exclamation points?
Bro, yo.
How is that possible?
I don't care who you are. You're not beating Josh Price in the dance battle, bro. You're not.
Price.
You're not gonna beat him in the dance battle, bro. You're not. I don't care. Look, I'm going back and forth because I'm so serious.
Whichever camera needs to hear it.
You're not gonna beat him.
The red light is the camera, and you making sure you're looking at each one.
Look official Josh Price. Look that man up. That's all I'm gonna say. Number one, Josh Price. Shout out you. Look, that man was so humble. I think I learned how to be humble from him too, because when I met him in LA, I was just some crazy fan. When I tell you the first day, he didn't show up almost the whole day, and I was low key almost. I'm like, bro, all these famous people around here, bro. I don't even care about none of these famous cats, bro. Sage the Gemini right here. I don't even care, bro. Where's Josh Price at? Where's Josh Price at? So when he finally showed up, I'm like, he shake me. He's like, bro, wake up. When I tell you, I forgot how the conversation went, but eventually he ended up stopping everything he was doing to go outside of the hotel venue and do a dance video with me.
Nice. Get out.
That man
that's on your
videos.
Social media right now?
Yeah, it's on my old Instagram page that I got locked out of at the age of 14.
No.
I was so salty. I had celebrities following me and everything, bro. I had celebrities following me.
Hey, it's me. Follow my new page.
You know what I mean? I hated it. They definitely didn't. They definitely didn't. But all of them posts are still there. So if you want to look up SizB the King _ on IG, you will find all of those clips. All of those clips. It shows the roots from the beginning of my dance career before I even met Essence all the way up to now. There's honestly a lot of posts I wish I could archive, but I can't. You know what I mean? Because I'm older now. Yeah. But it's okay because it showcases the journey. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? In the hashtag 2SizZed movement. Mm-hmm. So it's like Josh Price, number one. But back to the top 5 R&B songs.
Hold on. Before we get there, can I get a recap? Can you do that? Because you just did that on the spot. That was amazing. I can't name my top 5 friends you just did that. Go ahead and if you can, 5 to 1 on your top 5 dancers.
Number 5, Ao and Teo. Number 4, Keita the Great. Number 3, Cassidy Bright. Number 2, because her fluidity is crazy. Number 2, who did I say? What's his name? Jay Hancock. Number 2, Jay Hancock. Number 1, Josh Price. Top 5 dancers. Amazing. And Cassidy Bright, she's a choreographer. So, that's also probably why I almost didn't want to put her in this box because I got a whole top 5 choreographers list, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a whole different thing. So it's for, that number 2 might change. But Cass, you one of them ones. You one of them ones.
That's amazing.
Shout out Fifi Burgos too.
I can't do that and I write it down. So I commend you. Like I said, stay away from bad experiences.
So many.
I don't know if you drink, but please don't.
Nah.
Okay, cool. Because I drink, and that's why I can't remember nothing. So
I'm a teenager, man. I ain't old enough yet.
Hey, there we go. There we go. What Chris Breezy said something about even though I'm 19. God, what did he say?
And I just turned 18.
Yeah.
And I get a little mannish. And you see this bandana hanging, that means I'm like a bandit.
What you know about that, man?
That song was number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2007 for 3 weeks.
Oh, that's
And it was
crazy.
on the Hot 100 for 26 weeks in total. That was Chris Brown's second and final number 1 to date. He's had so many songs hit the top 5, but they haven't been able to reach number 1 for whatever weird reason. The industry just don't want to see my mans win, but that's one of the biggest inspirations. If I get Chris Brown, Neo, and Omarion and Usher all on the record with me, and then we do some huge dance film thing, bro, I'm trying to tell you. I done wrote everything down years ago. I got everything planned. No, I'm coming for y'all.
Hey,
coming for y'all.
That's so fire, dude. And that's that's crazy. That was one thing I almost said at the Iowa City show. We didn't do feedback at Iowa City. I was like, bro, you are what Chris Brown should be right now, and he just can't. He's got the bad stigma situation that happened that people won't get past. So just stay out of bad situations.
Yeah, that's all I pray. That's all I pray. I hope I can be. Cause
if you don't drink, don't start, bro. That's one of the parts. Alcohol, pills, drugs. Like, stay away from all that. Just do this, and you will be golden.
Hey, it's been heard from you and so many others, because I think recently this year, a lot of people are starting to see the vision that I've seen for myself for so long. And now that they've seen it, a lot of people are trying to just like gate me like, man, stay safe.
Man, please do.
Stay
and
in your
it
own
sucks because I like take a sip, like, yeah, don't drink. But I'm at a point in life where it's like,
you grown, man. You grown.
But nigga, when you get grown, don't follow those paths. Don't follow those trends. The people that's doing that have bad reasons for why they need to do that. Just keep this. Stay true to you. You don't need outside influences or anything else. Like, if ever we're working together, I will. When you turn 21, I'll purposely not drink whenever you around. Like, hey, let's stay focused.
I'll purposely not
man,
drink.
for real, we need this.
I got you.
You ready to do? Wait, before we get to that, we were talking about social media influences and the people that may have collaborated and shared with you. You previewed a record and it had a dope bar in there about somebody that might have shared your content. Talk to me about that.
So this year has been crazy. So back in April, the SizB dance team, it was my final year with the team because I'm in college now. I live in Cedar Rapids. I go to Kirkwood, but I had to leave home. But I was with the SizB dance team. We won first place at Monsters Dance in Chicago.
Nice.
And then from there, we had, like, the next week, we had a performance at Waukegan High School. And this high school, this year, they had the Future Kings as the headliners. Mind you, I hadn't seen the Future Kings since L.A. in 2019 when I was a 14-year-old kid. So I'm in, while all the girls are like, yeah, they're just the Future Kings, man, they've been dancing with Ayo and Teo, man, like middle school. Boy, I've been watching these dudes since, like, however long. They're like, yeah, Zay, we get it, da. So we get there. I go to use the bathroom. I come back, the team not there. So I go to look for him. When I go to look for him, there's this big security dude. He's like, are you looking for the dancers? I was like, yeah. So I'm thinking, we naturally all, he unlocks this door, opens a room. I walk into the room. I'm thinking, maybe this is where all the performers are at. We're just here. We're practicing our performance, things of that nature. I walk in. I see Kang, Renz, Soski, his Renz's wife. I see their kids. I see their mom. Like, I see the whole family, bro. Like, the whole family. Yeah. So I walk in, I'm like, shoot, I ain't supposed to be in here, but what up, Kang? What up, Renz? Got shaking them up. Because, bro, they're so cool. Like, they're so cool that they weren't even tripping off it. And I told them, I'm like, yeah, I got to meet you guys back in 2019. I don't know. I'm a lot older now. But I was like, we ain't properly I got a flick with you, Kang, but I ain't get the flick with everybody else. They was like, let's flick up now. So we took the flick. We wrapped it up for a little minute, and then I performed. And then when they performed, they decided that they were going to, like, I don't know what happened. I was sitting in the crowd minding my business. Yeah. And then Kang walked up. He grabbed me by my shirt, pulled me out. When I tell you, I started dancing with the Future Kings during their performance, right?
What?
Then Essence, she obviously hopped in, did her thing. Yeah. And then I thought that was just that, because, he was like, he signed my sneakers. He was like, I'm going to follow you on IG. We going to lock in. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? For real. So we locked in on IG. That was just a plus off rip. Right. So I made that IG post, like, life lately been, God, the blessings been over. That was like the caption. The blessings lately been overflowing. Yep. I thank God, or something like that. Yep. And it had, like, me, the picture with me and my first place thing from the Chicago spot. Then it had pictures of me and the Future Kings in it. And the Future Kings, they added me to their dance video, like the official dance video. So, a few months back, Like That by Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar, and Future was #1 in the country. Like, I'm talking for weeks. Metro Boomin was the #1 producer in the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I make they do a post. They upload an official dance video to Like That. And in that video, you see me and SizB going stupid.
I've been keeping this episode clean. You've been keeping it clean, but get the fuck out of here.
Bro, I'm so serious, man. Look, we ended up in the video. That video, I'm pretty sure it's at like 15,000 and counting views. You know what I mean? The Future Kings is probably higher than that at this point.
Oh, that's so dope.
I like to think that I posted my little snippet, right?
Yep.
And then I stayed off of the internet for like 2 hours, and then when I came back, my post had blew all the way up. I'm talking like share after share after share, comment, like, and then somebody in the comments said Metro reposted, and then Kang was like, he definitely did, and then I looked at his post, I was like, yo, Metro Boomin reposted my dance moves.
Oh man!
And in that same Instagram post, it had the release date for my single Backseat, which is gonna be on my upcoming debut music project, the introduction to SizB, that's supposed to be dropping on Halloween this year. So all together, I was just like, yo, this is all full circle. This man, not only did he put the dance community on, because I'm flicked up with the Future Kings, SSW Dance, you know, a couple of the other dancers that I met at Monsters, like Mike, Kid Icon, things of that nature. But now you also done promoted my song in a sense too. You know what I mean? It's like everything came full circle, and I was just like, yo.
Love that.
And the blessing, and like the caption all came back to the blessings lately been overflowing. I can't do nothing but thank God. And then fast forward to that, now I did the Iowa Summer Jam where I got to properly meet you. Now I did the Iowa Music Awards Showcase Tour. You know what I mean? I had a very, very successful show. That to date, I personally feel like Iowa City was the greatest show I've ever put on.
That was so fire.
I've never felt so good on the stage.
Yo, you were so comfortable. It was so natural. You weren't being a character. You were like, this is my moment that I've been waiting for. Like like it's almost like it took too long to get here. I've been supposed to be here.
Like it was amazing. Like, cause you know, you just think like, and it's crazy because even me reflecting on it now, it's like a lot has happened for me this year. You know what I mean? And I recently lost my uncle Fogod JG, RIP him. You know, September 5th. I think that low key, like, it kind of blinded a lot of what was, you know, what I've done this year, because now, you know, the family had to come together. We had to bury him. You know, he was a musician himself. He actually planned on coming for some of these accolades next year.
Oh man,
you know what I mean? So it's just like everything. It was so sudden. So you know, rest in peace to him.
And you got to do it for him.
And that's another thing. Like when I got on that Iowa City stage, I'm like, man, I gotta represent for Unc. You feel me? Like I have to represent for Unc because he would have been here. And he would have been like letting everybody know, like, I'm a humble guy, but he would have let you know. Like, you ain't messing with Cuz, man. You ain't messing with Cuz. Like, he would have told you. You know, and that's why I said
it. Loud as hell.
You know what I mean?
He would.
Real talk, bro. I swear that's my uncle. Man, who doing it? Man, get him off the stage, man. Nobody want to. What? Like, bro, that was my uncle, man. Rest in peace, James Emilio Lewis Sr., man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Fogod JG. I'm a rep FOE to the day I die, man, for real. So it's just like Mac Life. But that energy between that and I think, you know, me covering H-Town, like Dino, I didn't want to disappoint him either, because Dino
definitely didn't. I can tell you that.
Dino was like top 5 male R&B vocalist of all time for me personally. So I was like, I can't not sell, like, I gotta sell this record the way it's supposed to be sold. And I feel like I felt so comfortable on stage. As soon as I heard the crowd start screaming, I was like, it wasn't even that. When they sung back, when I put the microphone out,
the call and response,
that's what got me. I was like, oh yeah, we got it. And after that, from there, everything else was just a breeze. I was no longer nervous. I wasn't comfortable. I was like, yeah, we got 15 minutes to rock with y'all. Let's go. You know, and that's kind of how it happened.
Speaking of top 5s, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I always go first. And we're gonna do top 5 R&B songs. Top 5.
I'm excited. Top 5. What Tank be saying? What are your top 5?
Oh,
songs?
You did not watch the R&B podcast.
R&B Money, yes, sir.
Yes, get out.
R&B Money.
Who is this
Tank
kid?
and Jay Valentine. What we doing?
I just got put on like this summer. That's
nah,
insane.
man. I done watched the Chris Brown interview, the Casey Haley
Did you
interview.
watch the Tyrese ones?
Tyrese.
I
didn't
like
get a
Tyrese
chance
no
yet.
more. Don't watch him. It fucked up my whole. I love Tyrese until I heard the interview. I can't fuck with Tyrese.
Oh, well, then I ain't gonna watch it. I ain't gonna watch it then. I ain't gonna watch it.
Don't go back to it. If it comes up, whatever. But like, don't.
I ain't gonna go out my way to look for it.
All right. Anyway,
shout out Tyrese,
top
man.
5, top 5 R&B songs of all time. My number 5.
Let's go.
Can We Talk? Tevin Campbell. Top that.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. What's that we say? Last night I saw you standing, and I started pretending I knew you. and you knew me too. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I ain't gonna do all that.
Just like a
Baby, you were to shine.
Hey!
But you weren't the only cause was I.
And I.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
all
go.
I know. What's your number 5?
Man, my number 5. Oh, we going back and forth with it?
Yeah, we're gonna go back and forth.
My number 5. What must I say to think about freaking you?
Boy,
Freaking
what
you.
you know about that? He might have been made. No, I'm just
Freaking
playing.
you.
Let me stop. My bad. This is an inappropriate podcast. But
Yo.
freaking you is one of the ones for sure. Big respect. Some people are gonna be mad at me.
Freaking You by Jodeci, man. Freaking You by Jodeci. I couldn't do a top 5 R&B songs without Jodeci in there, man. They pioneered the 90s.
I respect
They pioneered the
hell out of
90s.
that. My number 5, or number 4
4,
now.
all right.
Number 5 was Can We Talk, Tevin Campbell.
Let's go.
Number 4, although I don't care for him no more because his interviews have just been destroying him. Just shut up and sing. I'm sorry. What the hell? Who are you? How many times have you been here? You know the right answer. Tyrese, Sweet Lady is my number 4. How did you do this?
Yeah.
You know he was ugly in the booth. You can't. You can't look handsome.
Yeah.
That's not a handsome sound.
Like,
Sounds amazing.
I'm
but
like, sounds good, but I don't look good singing it though.
look good. Imagine being in a soundproof booth and you get to see his face.
Man.
Like, oh, ooh.
Man.
What's
my
your
number
4?
Here you go. So my number 4, and I really contemplated putting this on here because, you know, they do call him the king of pop because he was the most popular artist on the planet. But I could, do you remember the time when we fell in love?
Do you remember
the
the time when we first met,
Do you
girl?
remember the time when we fell in love?
Do you remember
the time
when we first met, girl?
It's like I ain't know whether I was like, nah, that's R&B. But if it wasn't gonna be that one, it was gonna be Butterflies by Michael Jackson anyway. You know, yeah.
Oh my God, do that, please.
All you got to do is walk away and pass me by. Don't acknowledge my smile when I try to say hello to you. Yeah, and all you got to do is not answer my calls when I'm trying to get through. Keep me wondering why, and all I can do is say, I just wanna touch, I just wanna touch and kiss. Said I wish that I could be with you tonight. 'Cause you give me butterflies inside.
Man, that is the record.
Yeah.
And you know what? My number one like song of all time. So I didn't even call it an R&B song. And I have to spoil my list. But Michael should be on this list, but he's not. But my number one song, and I'll try to say it without being choked up because I lost my grandma in 2018, and this was like the last song I sang to her. And like I can't sing, but like it's a song that meant a lot to us. But it's "You Are Not Alone," and that's it's just the perfect song ever.
And that was Michael's final number 1 hit too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was his 13th.
You in
final.
the stats?
Well, actually, no.
Mike,
Like if we're including the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons and all that, he had 18 number 1s. But as a solo artist, he only had 13. So while Drake out here sitting here thinking he got more number 1 records than Michael Jackson,
I'm one away from
boy,
Michael.
I ain't gonna lie, boy, you about like 4 or 5 down. Because Michael definitely had 18 number 1 records on the Hot 100, and that's not including "We Are the World," which went number 1 in 25 countries and won a Grammy.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Drizzy, I'm a fan, but nah, bro, you got it twisted. You got Michael twisted. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
We gonna get to Drizzy a little bit later. That was amazing. And Michael really deserves to be You did Remember the Time as your number 4, right?
My GOAT, yeah.
And I respect that again. Like You Are Not Alone is my favorite Michael song, or maybe favorite song of all time. It's close to my number 1, but right now we're on number 3. And my number 3 R&B song is I Wanna Know.
I wanna know.
How do you know these? Yeah, I like to know.
So I can be all of that and more.
Said I wanna know.
I like to know what makes you cry. So I can be the one who always makes you smile.
Make you smile, baby.
Tell me
What I gotta do to please you. Baby, anything you say I'll do. Cause I only wanna make you
Yeah, go ahead,
happy.
Tom.
From the bottom of my heart,
Yeah,
it's true.
yeah,
That's all I can do. Number 3.
crazy.
How do you know these?
That's going crazy. But I told you, man. I'm an R&B vet. Look.
Man.
Wait, say.
I gotta raise my kids,
All right,
right?
watch this. Number three. Pretty. Dun, dun. Ba-da.
No way. How are you more old school than me?
Pretty brown eyes, you know I see you. It's a disguise the way you treat me. Bow bow. You can't
Yo, this is my best top 5
breaking my
ever.
heart, girl.
Oh my God. Man, we gonna do some dope things with music, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. My number 2.
Let's go.
See now, I think I just need to give you the hint, and then you got to tell me what it was.
Put me to the test.
Sweet little dee. I don't mean to hurt you, baby. Yeah. Where I wanna be, Donnell Jones. Did I get you? Did I finally get you?
You did.
Yes.
You did.
Should have left my baby
You did.
girl a message.
I know the song.
Saying I'd be coming home. I'd rather be alone. She doesn't fully understand me, but I'd rather leave than to cheat.
Yeah.
But if she gives me some time, I can be the man she needs. But there's a lot of lust inside of me, and we've been together since our teenage years.
Yeah.
I really don't mean to hurt her, but I need some time to be alone. But when you love someone, you just don't treat them bad.
Yeah.
Oh, how I feel so sad now that I want to leave.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm getting vocal lessons tonight.
Man.
But where I want to be, Donnell Jones.
Yeah, you definitely got me with
Fire.
that one. I've heard that song so many times.
so good.
So many
It's
times.
so good.
But when it comes to Donnell Jones, I always like the you know it's up.
Ooh, yeah. What you know about
I feel
Bro, that shit a
you.
banger.
That's what I'm saying.
You want to be in love and go to the club at the same time. How did he do that? How did he do that?
Say what, say what. I was like, nah. Then Left Eye came in. So baby, tell me what's up.
Yes.
I was like, nah, bro, it's GG's, bro. Rest in peace, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. I love that lady. I love that woman.
So amazing.
You know, she passed away April
Pioneer.
25th, 2002, man.
How
I
do you
can't
remember this stuff, bro?
Inspirations, bro. She's
Can't
like one of
remember
them
my
ones.
birthday.
She is the hardest female MC ever. Ever. Nobody is topping
about
Lisa
that.
Left Eye Lopez on the
Left
mic, man.
Eye, TLC.
R.I.P. her. Gone too soon.
Who's your number 2?
My number 2. Baby, once is not enough. I can't live without your love. And baby, heaven's up above. Unconditional love. Some people say that I'm just an old-fashioned guy, but I believe in love and all that it means. I can never say no to anything that you ask, and I really hope that you would do the same for me. Yeah. How far will you go?
Boy, good.
It's about trust and honesty, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Unconditional love. Man, R.I.P. Tony Thompson, R.I.P. Roderick Pooh Clark. Unconditional Love by High Five. Tony Thompson is my number one R&B male vocalist ever.
Man.
Like when it comes to R&B,
yeah.
nobody is touching Tony T on the mic, man. And it's crazy because Tony Thompson and Dino both came from Texas. And so does Beyonce. It's something about them Texas singers, man. They just got them like that vocal
range.
ability, bro.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
ridiculous. And it's crazy is that their range isn't even like, it's not even exceptional. You know, Dino and Tony T's, like, it wasn't high, it wasn't too low. But the way that they were able, like, the vocal control that those two guys had, I aspire to be able to sing like that one day. You know what I mean? Like, I aspire to have the vocals that those guys have.
Yes.
You know what I mean? No matter what type of training I got to do, man, we going to make it happen because those two cats, bro, and they were gone way too soon, 31 and 28. You know what I mean?
The saddest. I didn't
Like,
even know
they were
that
gone
young.
way too soon. So I just want to be a product of, like, I'm a product of so many forgotten about creators. You know what I mean?
That's why you are so important to right now because, like I said, I feel like R&B is almost a dying genre. They're just forcing everything to be pop or the singers got to be rappers and you don't have to be. Luckily, like, if you're blessed with both talents, do it. But, you shouldn't have to be able to do both. And I feel like today's standard is, like, you need to be able to rap if you can sing, and it shouldn't be that. Luckily, you have all that. So, but, like, that shouldn't be the standard, and it shouldn't have to be pop music. Let's bring back real R&B. So, the realest R&B song to me, my number one,
let's go.
They Don't Know, John B.
They don't know.
You know it?
Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you. Yo, when I found out that man was not black.
I know.
Bruh.
I was like, he just light skinned, right?
Bro, when I found out that man was not a black man.
That's insane.
I was like, bro, what?
Yeah.
What? You telling me all 19 years of my life I've been deceived? That man did. He recently did the singing in the shower performance of that song.
What?
And that was my first time seeing him sing it live.
I don't think I've even seen him.
When I seen it, I was like, bro, this man ain't black. I just want to love you.
Don't listen to. Man, that's been my jam.
Crazy.
And there's some things to that one. That's the one.
Banger. So some honorable mentions before I mention my number one.
Please.
Because it was so difficult for me to come up with a top 5. Anything by New Edition. Anything New Edition.
Everything.
But my favorite New Edition song is Boys the Men. I love that record, especially because right now throughout my life I'm at a coming of age phase. So I think right now that, like, the lyrics to that song really it kind of feels like my life right now. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to make this transition from boys to men in this industry, chasing our dreams. Nobody's in charge of us. Like, that song means a lot to me at the moment. So anything New Edition. H-Town. I just got to shout out H-Town because, you know, there's that. Then there's A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. You know what I'm saying? There's Sex Bowl. You know, They Like It Slow. H-Town got some records. You know what I mean? And then number one was your number 5. Boom, boom,
Can we talk?
When
it went viral again, I was so grateful. Did you watch the Goofy movie?
I did.
Okay.
Was seeing it eye to eye.
Helmet's power line.
I didn't know that he was Tevin Campbell. Yo, it's crazy because as a kid, I always idolized that little dog.
That's
a stand
crazy.
out
Dog.
Bro,
Above
even
the
if I
crowd.
want to shout out loud, tonight is the only thing you'll see. I'm gonna stand out.
So you know it's me.
This man said, if I can make you take the
walking right.
There's nothing that I wouldn't do if it wasn't for you.
One more time. All I need is a second chance, a second glance, a second chance to prove I got whatever it takes.
It takes a piece of cake.
Yeah. Bro, that's
banger.
bro. We still watch that. My
I
daughter's
know the choreo, that whole
9.
fishing joint.
Oh, get out.
I
He
swear.
can do the damn animation
Bro,
choreo.
man, when I tell you, my original teacher was movies. Movies.
Yes,
like,
facts.
I didn't take my
Facts.
first dance class until I was 12 years old. And then when I came in, I low-key knew exactly what I was doing. And he was like, bro, where have you been this whole time? We need you here.
We've needed you, nigga.
like,
Where have
bruh.
you been?
I don't know, man. I was in front of that TV waiting on my moment my whole life.
Facts. I can see it. What's your number one, dog? What's your number one?
It was Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell.
Okay.
But I have to switch it to Alone With You
Alone with
by One More. Now,
Ooh.
let me say this. One
Okay.
More. So Alone With You was originally a Tevin Campbell record, right? It was on his debut album, Tevin. But One More is actually they are today's R&B boy band, this generation, right?
Yeah.
The Wanye Morris of Boyz II Men, all 4 members are his children.
Yeah. That's
So
the new Boyz II Men.
One More. So One More. Right now, that's the song that I've been bumping a lot, and that's why I'm gonna put it number 1 because my list is always gonna change. So right now, I'm listening to Alone With You by One More. Yo,
Okay.
Wanye Morris's kids, bro.
This is crazy.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
From like age 14 to 21, I think. Bro, them guys are ridiculous.
Get out.
Bro.
Get out. I've heard murmurs.
Dude, when I
But
tell
I
you,
haven't heard them
One
yet.
more. We gonna go on tour, bruh.
Damn.
We gonna collaborate.
You calling it. Shoot
because,
your shot.
dude, them cats are crazy, bro. Whether it's Tyvis, whether it's Rocco, whether it's Big Boy, whether it's Chulo, dude, them cats is crazy, and they're all named Wanye Morris.
I've heard about that too.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what. Hey.
Hey,
But let's work though. Let's work though.
if the band name ain't
One More. I mean, I guess.
Or like, do you want more or something?
We got one more for
one
y'all.
of those ones. That's fire, man. That's so dope. All right, man.
I just want to be alone with you by One More.
Okay. That's so fired. I love you. Just shoot your shot.
Check it out.
Manifestation is a big thing to me. I feel like I learned about it about 2 years ago. We manifested this record I got called "Give Me My Ring," and
I heard that one too. It's fire.
Thank you. We wanted
Give me
it
my
to
ring. Yeah.
So that record, we wanted it to get in NBA 2K, and we found a way to finally submit music that way. Was so excited, and it got denied. And after it got denied, I stopped pushing it. I moved on, and like months after, it got picked up by the Golden State Warriors, and they used it as their finals championship song. And that's way bigger than NBA ever could have been.
No, that is crazy.
Over 2 million views.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
Because that was like, and you know what's crazy? It's like for some reason I feel like now that you've brung it up, I've seen the clip somewhere.
Yeah. I'll make sure you see the clip. But it was just unbelievable. And I'm not saying it to brag. I've said it on my podcast a million times. But so after that, people actually, and it's Iowa, it was one of the biggest things that happened for artists in Iowa, but they still shit on it. They
always do.
Well, it's not as big as the NFL. It's not as big as the Super Bowl. So my boy, and I'll introduce you to him as well. Shout out to Lyrical TMG out of Waterloo. He'll be at the Iowa Music Awards, and he's a big sponsor.
I actually
got
the option. I actually got the opportunity to personally meet Lyrical. I worked with Andre Luche.
Nice.
I choreographed his
On Me
his
video.
most recent single. Yeah,
and that just won the fan vote for the IMAs.
His most recent single for On Me. I
On Me.
choreographed the music video, which just got a fan vote nomination for Music Video of the Year at the Iowa Music Awards.
Nice. So you already know Lyrical, and when you get
he was the director.
One of the first things we did is like he literally wouldn't even let me record with him until after I read this book called The Secret, and that book is all about manifestation. And it just made so many things real in my life. And I would love for you to read it. Like, that's kind of, again, my due diligence. Like, I got to pass on this knowledge to you.
Yes, sir.
Whether you'll link with him and he'll give it to you directly, but I at least going to put the bug in your ear.
Yeah.
The Secret, the book you need to read or watch the YouTube video. And it just explains manifestation and speaking things to existence. Like, hey, we're going to be on tour like you just did. Like, those things, there's power in words. So I did the Give Me My Ring record before Lyrical. I got challenged like, hey, this isn't as good as the Super Bowl or the NFL. I do a record with Lyrical after reading the book called Victory Lap. And I'm like, God, I don't want to ask for a lot, but like if this could like an NFL player could like share it, or like if they could like come out to it, like anything like that would be dope. That song ended up being what the Kansas City Chiefs used for their Super Bowl parade. And I got invited to come out and perform during the Super Bowl parade, and they used that record. So it was back to back. So everybody said, oh, it was a fluke. It was a one thing. I manifested something. I spoke it to existence. Me and Lyrical, like, we didn't like hold hands and pray, but we like prayed like this would do something. And it did. He produced the record. He told me what we needed to do. I knew what I wanted. I spoke it, and it happened. It's unreal. That's not a real target to me in an everyday Iowan life. but like it just showed that there's endless possibilities.
Man.
And you know, so when you say, hey, look out for me, I'm gonna be on tour with y'all, that's gonna happen. Like speak
Yeah.
it. And you know, it may be y'all performing together, it may be them opening up for you, but in some capacity,
Yeah,
like
we gonna hit that
there's
stage together,
power in words. There's so much power.
Look, I'm gonna call it the Just for the Ladies tour.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
it's gonna happen.
One more 4 bats. Let's work, man.
Let's go.
I got
All right,
ideas.
one more time, we gonna do our top 5. If you got a little more time, I got a second game we can run through.
Let's
It's a
do it.
fast one, but real quick, we gonna go through our top 5 real quick. My number 5, Can We Talk, Tevin Campbell.
Yup.
Number 4, Sweet Lady, Tyrese. Number 3, I Wanna Know, Joe. Number 2, Where I Wanna Be, Donnell Jones.
Gas.
Number 1, They Don't Know, John B.
Gas.
What's your top 5?
Gas. Number 5, Freaking You by Jodeci. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Pause. Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. Number
Hey,
4.
Facts.
Breaking My Heart, Pretty Brown Eyes by Mint Condition at
Facts.
number 3.
Let's go.
Unconditional Love by High Five at number 2. Rest in peace, Tony T. Number 1, I had Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell, but I had to change it to Alone With You by Juan Moore, which is a cover of Tevin Campbell's record from his debut album, Tevin, when he was only 15.
All right, man. I love it. That's gonna be a whole clip right there. Probably gonna go viral, especially with all the shout outs you do. Somebody gonna gotta share it. What was that old account name? Hold on, we gonna get back to it.
SizB the King _
Okay.
SizB the King
That's
_
the old account name.
That's the old account.
All right, tell
The new
everybody
account-
else following that to
Yeah.
follow the new one.
The new account is SizB 111. SizB 111. It has my new stuff on it, all the up-to-date stuff. You'll want to count that one more than the old one. Trust me, because those old clips are always going to be there. They're always going to resurface, especially a couple years from now. I guarantee it.
Okay, all right. This next game, you've been humble this whole show. This is what breaks the humility.
Ooh.
We want honesty. We gonna talk about everything, and it's a game of this or that. So I'm gonna give you some
see.
questions. It's just this or that. You get 3 elaborations. I will hold up the number. If you use all 3, you can't just interrupt me and elaborate. You just got to give an answer. I can make you elaborate whenever I want. It don't count against yours.
Okay.
But I might say, hey, I don't like how you answered that. I got to get you to elaborate.
Yeah.
And you can't trick me. You can't be like, ugh, and pick it. And then I'm like, elaborate. Nope. It's got to be a natural thing that I really want a genuine response from you. So you
I
ready to
bet.
be honest and fast? And we got 30 questions and we going to run through them?
All right, let's do it.
This or that. Talking top tier. Here we go. What's more important, to be humble or prideful?
Humble.
What's more important, streams or followers?
Followers.
Would elaborate.
I say followers because with the type of stuff I want to do, like music is going to be the gateway, but eventually I want to, do films, clothing lines, models, and eventually just become an all-around entrepreneur and mogul as is. And I like to think that when you have like a really, really loyal fan base, sometimes it doesn't even matter about so much the music, because like I look at other artists who don't really put out the best music or have the greatest music. Some
But
don't
they got
put
a
out,
big following.
you know what I mean? Some don't even put out music these days. Like, we haven't heard any Playboy Cardi music in forever, but his fan base goes so hard for him.
Yep.
Then you got people like Kai Cenat, Speed, you know what I'm saying, who,
They're
they make
moguls.
people
They're
laugh.
today's
You know what I
moguls.
mean? They make
Yep.
people laugh, and they have this huge following for it. So I like to say the followers, because if once you have followers, they low key don't even care what you do, as long as you're just providing content that they enjoy and entertain. So that's
Okay.
kind of what I say.
All right. Now we're going to get a little personal. Would you rather
Scare me.
cheat on your spouse or get cheated on?
I'd rather get cheated on.
Are you going to use elaboration? You got 3. 30 questions. 27 left.
Nah, I'll be all right.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll elaborate. I'll elaborate.
We using one.
I'll
All
elaborate.
right.
All right, so look, the reason I say that is just because, like, if I'm a cheat, I'd just rather be single. Because, like, bro, like, what you cheating for? Especially once you married, like, marriage is a whole nother base, bro. Like, I feel like once we sit at that altar and we say them vows in
Right.
front of both of our families, and like
God.
and God, you feel me? In God's house himself.
Right. Come
In
on,
God's
bro.
house, it's
We
like,
going to
bro,
lie in front of God.
I can't go back on that.
Right.
Like,
He
I'ma
right
cheat on
here.
my
We just
wife?
going to lie.
Like my wife? Girlfriend or wife is two different things.
Exactly.
My wife, nah, I'd rather
do
get
that.
cheated on.
Not
I'd be
for the
real
hill.
hurt. I'd be real hurt. But hey, I'd rather
Hey,
get
you gonna
cheated
make
on.
the best music you've
The
ever
best
made.
music I've ever made. I'm going straight to the studio. Girl, I'm going diamond off you.
I find
I
out.
swear.
I swear. All right. What's more important, who you know or what you know?
Who you know?
Would you rather in a relationship be in a monogamous relationship or poly? So you one-on-one or multiple lovers?
One-on-one. I could be single for that.
What's more important to you, honesty or loyalty?
Loyalty.
Would you rather have more, friends or business partners?
Business partners.
What's more important, street cred or business rep?
Business rep.
Would you rather have a tough relationship or have it easy being single?
Easy being single.
I'm flirting with having you elaborate, but we're going to keep going. All right. Jordan or LeBron? Is it a you don't want to answer or you don't care?
I plead the fifth.
Nah, that ain't it. See, normally they make you
all
drink.
right, so look.
This is elaboration? Yep.
No.
Yeah,
no,
you didn't even give an
so
answer
I got a
yet.
choice. All right, I got to choose. I'm gonna say Jordan. He the GOAT. I love Space Jam.
You don't want to elaborate?
Nah.
Okay.
I love Space Jam.
All right.
Jordan. the GOAT.
When dating someone new, would you rather have a low body count or more experience? So she could be high in numbers or low and
I'd rather have the lower body count, even though she's less experienced. I don't know, man.
Be careful.
These are hard
You gonna
questions,
elaborate?
bro.
They are.
These are hard questions.
You
to
got
answer,
2
man.
elaborations left. We got 20 questions left.
Low body count, purity matters.
Purity of the body.
Purity matters.
Low body count matters. All right, in a relationship, do you believe a man pays or 50-50?
Whatever works for y'all.
Nah, that's not the answer. You gotta pick.
Oh my God, man. Yo, Tone.
You-
Tone, man.
messing you up. I told you gonna lose your humility this time.
I said, man, it's 50-50 then, bro. Like, I ain't.
Let's keep it a
Like,
buck.
bruh.
Thank you for keeping it
'cause,
real.
dog,
If I'm gonna ruin your humility, I'll let you elaborate. Go ahead. It's on me.
Nah, I just say, man, look, cause it's just like I don't like the whole
it work.
aspect of the man pays for everything, especially when it's just like I feel like whatever works for y'all is the way it should be. Now, if you okay knowing that your girl expects you to pay for every single thing y'all do coming up out of pocket, I'm a gentleman myself, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like what I do for you, you know what I'm saying, you don't necessarily got to do for me, but you kind of got to reciprocate that energy in a sense, because I feel like as a man, we're going to lead, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lead, and so you kind of just got to follow that in a sense, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and we still going, I'm still the type of person that, you know, there's always room for adaptation, but, you know, when it comes to like bills and stuff, I feel like if you my wife, then yeah, I might, you know, I pay for everything. That's different. But, you know, wife and girlfriend are 2 different roles. So
It relates to the next question, which is, do you want your woman more independent or want it more focused on equal partnerships?
independent.
All my women is independent.
Love a good independent woman. You know what I mean?
Miss Independent.
She got her own.
Yeah, she works hard.
She got her own.
Yeah.
She got her own.
I love it because
She has her own, bro. A woman that has her own motion, but still wants me. She don't need me, but she wants me.
All right. Accounts, bank accounts. Let's say in a marriage, should they be split or shared?
Shared. That's the way it's always been, right?
I respect that.
That's the way it's always
I
been.
respect that. Passwords, should those be private or shared?
It should be private. It should be private.
Why you look scared? To
That should be
answer that way?
private.
Oh shit! Am I getting you in trouble? You look
That
so
should be
scared.
private.
I won't have you
I'm gonna have
elaborate
to
on
put my
that.
shades on, man. You got me. Hey, man, y'all can't see
Oh Lord!
see my eyes for the remainder of the joint, man, y'all.
What's more important, shock value or repeat value?
Repeat value.
Want to elaborate? I'm giving you 2 left.
Nah, I don't need to elaborate.
Okay.
Only if you let me.
No, you good. Keep going. Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
You know, I ask people that's older than you these questions. Who's that? And it makes me so mad. Like,
That's
why are
crazy.
you on my podcast?
Nah, that's
You
wild.
need to know them before
Not
you
knowing
know
Eddie
me.
Murphy is crazy.
Bro,
Yeah.
that made
That's
it's made
wild.
me so
Not
mad.
knowing Eddie Murphy and
I'm
Dave
not
Chappelle
familiar
is
with
crazy.
either. So, and I'm like, just why are you here? You should not be familiar with me,
Nah,
bro.
Norbit's a classic. Harlem Nights is a classic. Eddie Murphy got too many movies, man. How do you not know Eddie Murphy?
It made me so mad. All right, Jamie Foxx or Will Smith?
Hold on.
And this is like pick one. Like one pretty much got to die or not exist.
Nah,
And I'm talking acting, music, history of impact to the culture. One of them don't exist. Which one you keeping?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep Jamie Foxx.
Respect.
I'm gonna keep Jamie.
I don't know if
Foxx.
that's the right answer, but I respect
Listen,
it.
no, because I was thinking the same thing. Will Smith is Will Smith, bro. Yo, Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Hey.
Bruh, Martin is my favorite comedian, but this is my thing. The way that Jamie Foxx portrayed Ray Charles, man.
Hey.
And I like the sitcom, everything. Yo, I low key got too much respect for Jamie. I'm gonna keep Jamie.
So you would, and this isn't a question.
I'm gonna keep Jamie.
You would pick Jamie, the Jamie Foxx show over Fresh Prince?
That's arguable. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think there's an argument. I think
like
Fresh Prince
I
is
low key
the only answer. I'm sorry.
like that's what I'm saying. Like no, because growing up, like I watched the Jamie Foxx show a lot more, but the Fresh Prince. Yeah. Cause like growing up, I didn't have no cable or no antenna. Like we had the bootleg man.
Yeah,
we had the bootleg man.
Shout out to bootleg man.
Whatever my mama had in her DVD book was what I was watching, and we had the Jamie Foxx show. So the way I seen it, I was like, I just came up with Jamie a little more. I was a little closer to him.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
I'm a young guy. I'm gonna have Cat Williams. Cat Williams as a stand-up comedian, Kevin Hart as an actor.
You're elaborating. Don't elaborate.
You can
pick
use
one.
that.
Yo, you gotta pick one.
Use it. Use it.
No, you gotta pick one. Who is it? The other one gotta go. Ain't no acting, ain't no stand-up, ain't no nothing. You pick one and you save his life and career. Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
I love you, Cat, but I gotta keep Kevin.
Do you prefer to overplan or go with the flow?
Go with the.
Ah, we got him. We got him.
You did. You did.
He thought he knew.
You did.
Look, you learned about yourself on this.
Man.
That's how the podcast supposed to be. You didn't even know.
I'm like, bro, I'm sweating.
Because you definitely a planner. You had that show planned out weeks
I'm like
in
low
advance.
key, I'm an
to the
overplaying
second.
guy. Yeah. I said it earlier. I got 3 decades of him.
Yeah, you overplaying. Do you prefer text or phone calls?
Phone calls. Don't text me, please. I'm not responding.
Damn.
Not responding.
Good to know. All right. Kanye or Jay-Z?
Yay.
LA or New York?
I haven't been to New York, but I'll choose New York. Just because I ain't been there.
I ain't been there, but
Just
because
I ain't been there. Just because I ain't been there. I've been to LA twice, so I'm like, New York, just because I ain't been there.
Okay. Windows or Mac?
Mac.
Stone Cold or The Rock?
The Rock.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Johnny Depp or Robert Downey Jr.? Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah,
Yeah?
Robert Downey Jr. I'm
Okay,
a
I
Marvel
was gonna
fan.
Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean?
Nah. I love Johnny Depp. I respect Rango. I love Rango. Like, I love Rango.
All right, what's more important, or in your opinion, what's more important, education, so going to school and studying, or field experience, trying and failing? So education or field experience?
I'm going to use an elaboration.
All right.
Only because I feel like both are very, very important. Education, you always need to further your brain. Like, education is key. It's important. I've been preached that my entire life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the way that the world is now, you don't necessarily need to go to a school to educate yourself. But I also feel like when it comes to jumping in the field and trying, you're never going to learn how to properly do something until you give it a go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you might fail, but you got to keep going. And then if it's not working for you, then sometimes you just got to know that it's not going to work for you. You know what I mean? But I'm also the type of person, I'm not going to give up on myself. So that's why I say it's kind of like equal with both, because while education is very, very important, you see me out here chasing this music dream as much as I possibly can, knowing that it's a gamble.
Facts.
I'm spending
Big
all this
gamble.
money on studio time. I'm spending all this money on showcase
Shows,
tours,
yep.
driving up and down the road. Even with dancing, I'm still paying for these conventions. I'm paying for like every trip out of town is a business trip
for investments.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every trip I'm taking is like a gamble. So it's just like I always feel like it's important to just do both.
Okay, you still got to pick one. Even with your elaboration, you still got to pick one. Educational field experience.
Field experience, dog.
I ain't mad at you.
I can't.
I ain't mad at you. Welcome to the podcast. All right, Nelly or Ludacris? I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. Nelly or Luda?
That's not lightening up, man.
What do you mean?
Bro, because
is a tough one.
if
That
you
is
look
tough.
at both of their charts, bro, like, we
This is
talking
the best.
Luda and we
This
talking
is why I
Nelly.
do this.
Like,
And
bro,
all your PR answers that you had went out the
are
window.
gone, bro. They're gone.
He prepared, he studied, and
Like, you
trained
trying
for
to get me
this
canceled
interview.
before I even get put on. I want a collaboration with both. All right, look. I'm going to say,
Don't use your last elaboration.
Nelly has 2 diamond albums.
Mm-hmm.
Nelly.
Okay.
I was listening to Here I Am on the way here.
Get out.
Here
I
I
am.
am. I was listening to it on the way here.
Hey.
So
hey.
Even though I was listening to Lovers
That's
and
my
Friends
record.
too at the gym before I came here.
Oh, so it could have went either way.
Sometimes I want to be your lover.
Sometimes
I want to be your friend.
friend.
Sometimes I want to hug. Yeah, I'm like, yo, that boy cold.
All right, let's see what you know about producers then.
Oh, let's get it.
Dr. Dre or Timberland?
Timbo.
Whoa.
Timbo.
I will use one of
Timberland.
my elaborations.
I'm so glad you let me.
You are so aggressive
I'm
and
so
fast
glad
with
you
that
let me.
difficult
Yo.
question. That
Yo.
is a difficult question,
No, it
sir.
ain't. No,
You're
it ain't.
tripping.
No, it ain't.
You're
Look,
tripping.
shout out Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is the mug, bro. Everything
What?
Death Row. Yo,
No one's ever answered that question
look,
that
look,
fast.
Look. No disrespect to Dr. Dre. I'm looking so in the camera because I know that all these industry cats gonna ask me this question one day.
Yes.
Bro, there's no disrespect to you, Dre. But bro, Timbo.
What?
Timbo. Mr.
Please elaborate to your fullest ability.
Look,
this one's on me.
One. Okay, so one like I said, you remember earlier in the interview, I said Empire is like top favorite show.
Favorite show.
You know that the producer for the soundtracks from
Get
season
out.
1 to
Get
4,
out. Are you serious?
Timbaland produced
That's so
every
dope.
track.
I never
Every
knew.
track from Jussie Smollett to Yaz to Terrence Howard to Breezy to every single
That's
artist on the show
fire.
Empire. It was Rodney Jerkins and it was Timbaland. So
No clue.
and then on top of that don't include all of the hits that Timbo obviously has under his belt.
Aaliyah,
We talk
Missy,
like I just hit
everybody,
y'all with
bro.
something that nobody knew. That's a fun fact right there.
Yeah.
So it's like Timbaland.
That's crazy.
Timbaland, bro.
I had
Timbaland.
no idea.
Timbaland.
Okay.
I want him to produce my album.
All right. So you know the brothers, you know R&B. Let's get into a couple of these white boys.
Let's do it.
Ed Sheeran or Justin Bieber?
Justin.
You are so quick with these.
Justin.
I got like, boy, I was supposed
This
to
my
leave an hour
generation.
ago, and I still got to use elaboration right now. Go ahead. Is it because it's your generation?
So you said Justin Bieber and who else?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
And you know his body of work, right?
We love Ed Sheeran. I'm in love with the shape. Look, from perfect. Yo, Ed Sheeran, when it comes to writing good quality
found
records,
love
bro, when it comes to writing good quality
for
records,
me.
Ed Sheeran is the mother, like, excuse my language, he's the mother flood pucking goat.
Yes, go.
Okay? So it's like, Ed Sheeran is a goat. But Justin Bieber, man. You know me, I like singing, I like dancing. The whole, bro, I was alive when this man came out. When Justin Bieber came out, when I tell you, he had every girl in the hood, bro. Every girl in the hood. Every black girl in the ghetto. Posters.
Justin Bieber.
Posters. T-shirts.
That's crazy.
Freaking planners.
That's crazy.
Backpacks, lunch boxes. Bro, this is in the ghetto of Davenport, Iowa. My own cousins, my sister, the biggest
man.
Justin Bieber fan, dolls. Like, bro, there was nobody bigger than Justin Bieber from like my kindergarten to third grade year. There wasn't nobody touching Justin Bieber's fame, bro. Like,
I can't believe
Justin.
how good this interview is. Like,
Justin.
I was gonna skip these questions because like I was like, all right, he's not gonna know these people. And like I said, the last few interviews I did, there was things I named and they didn't know. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna just stop doing these questions. Like I was so offended at the fact that you know everybody and like, all right, I'm gonna stump you at one of these though. It's gotta happen. It probably won't be this one though. Justin Timberlake or Bruno Mars?
Justin Timberlake. See, all I want you to do is be my love. You know what I mean?
Don't give away.
Timbaland, bro. I'm telling you, Timbaland, bro. Timbaland.
Facts.
I'm trying to tell you.
Again. All right, what's more important, punctuality or perfection?
Punctuality.
I'll give you my elaboration on that. Or I'll give you a elaboration. Why is punctuality more important than perfection?
I like to be a perfectionist myself. I overthink so much. You know, with Michael Jackson being like my biggest idol, you know, he was a perfectionist himself. So I think I naturally inherited a lot of that from his work ethic, watching his work ethic from watching This Is It and documentaries, watching him do his thing. Being a perfectionist is something that I think just naturally comes with it. You know, you either have the work ethic or you don't to make that happen. But when it comes to punctuality, I feel like that's just a character trait that can't be taken away. You know what I mean? It's like that's something that needs to be there at all times because it's a part of what makes you the type of person that you are.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
That means I ain't shit because I'm always late. All right. Next question. I'm going to give you a trio. I haven't done this before.
Oof.
Because like it's an either or, and I usually base it off the person. I'm gonna give you all three of them.
I bet.
The one that's consistent, Usher is option one. Option two, which I changed, is Chris Brown, and option three is R. Kelly.
Chris Brown.
Real quick.
Chris Brown. Christopher Maurice Brown.
All right, no
5th,
further elaboration.
Tappahannock, Virginia. Chris
no
Brown.
further elaboration needed. All right, Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick.
Damn, I thought you was a Drake fan.
Okay, I am a Drake fan. Like it depends. Are we talking hits or are we talking rappers?
We're just talking
if
big
we're talking
ones.
of
We're
who's
talking
the better,
big ones.
who's the better rapper? It's Kendrick.
You elaborating?
It's Kendrick.
We got 10 questions left. Save your elaboration.
Like it's Kendrick, bro.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Queen B.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael all day.
Mario or Sonic?
Mario.
Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Domino's.
Lil Wayne or Eminem?
Plead the fifth.
Can't do that.
Damn.
But you do have an elaboration left.
Wheezy.
Let me see. There's three.
Wheezy.
There's 6 questions left. You want to elaborate on that one or keep going? All right.
Lil Wayne.
All right.
Shout out Emno.
We're going to test you again. A lot of people ain't known this for the last couple episodes. It was Sam Hunt or Sam Smith. Are you familiar with them both?
Sam Smith.
Are you familiar with them both?
I am.
And your answer is?
Sam Smith.
He said, what I say. What I say.
Mommy don't know that it's getting hot at the body shop. Like, bro. Like
Let's
Sam Smith.
go.
I'm hoping that my love will keep you up.
He know his music.
Like Sam Smith got hits, bro.
Okay. All right, this a little older. I just found out that I was older than people and didn't even realize. Do you know these 2 diss records? Ether or Hit 'Em Up?
Hit him up.
Real quick. You know Ether.
Jay-Z.
Yeah!
You know what I mean?
Let's
said,
go.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie
19 years old. He know the record.
When when I said that Jay-Z got them lips, you know what I mean? Yo.
Want you to let the late great
boy, we gotta fight. Boy, we gotta fight.
Put your soul in Ether. We'll get you the key. You know you're not.
It's personal. Nah, for
you
real.
Lost already.
Like, nah, bro.
But you still picked Hit 'Em Up.
Yeah, hit him up.
Because it's just the level of
the
disrespect.
Movement, bro. That man spent 3 minutes. That man spent 3 consecutive minutes after the song was over just talking about, you cats ain't messing with us. We death row. This man, bad boy. Bro, we death row.
Oh,
we'll bomb on you, man. He talking about Diddy. This person. P. Diddy again. Sean Combs again.
Get
Puff
money.
Daddy. Puffy. Diddy.
Get money.
No Diddy.
Have you seen the TikTok where old girl just sitting there while he going on? She like,
just
get money. That had to be insane. Like, y'all want me to keep going? Don't one of you niggas got sickle cell?
Make sure all y'all niggas don't grow. I'll be like,
get
yo.
money.
Like, you scaring me. Like, for real.
Can I leave? I don't.
Man.
You ain't gotta pay me. I'm gonna just
at all. You know, you got it, bro. I don't even care about the royalties. You got it, bro. I believe. I just don't want to be a part of this.
Oh man. All right. So you said you're a Marvel guy. Did you watch the old black superhero movies? Because I got one in here for. This is normally for the older heads. But Blank Man and Meteor Man. Have you seen either of those?
The only Blank Man I've seen is Damon Wayans.
Yes. All right. But have you seen Meteor Man?
No.
Okay, it's really good. I recommend it. I won't make you pick until you see it.
Okay.
Next question is Joe or Tyrese?
Tyrese.
All right, this next question I used to put a lot of emphasis on, so we got two more, these last two. If you don't elaborate on this one, I'll make you elaborate on the next. I used to put a lot of importance on it, used to define my friendships, and then people started disappointing me. So I won't put that much weight on this question, and I hope you answer the best way to your ability.
All right.
Pancheros or Chipotle?
Chipotle.
No.
Chipotle. This is why.
We were doing so well.
I will use my elaboration for this. No, I will, because I love Chipotle. I will use my elaboration for this.
Pancheros.
I will use my elaboration for this. All right, look, let me start off by saying this, right? Pancheros. First off, the steak serving size is coming way different at Chipotle than at Pancheros.
I'll give you that.
Second off, I discovered Chipotle for the first time in Colorado, which is where Chipotle originated. So the wave out there for Chipotle, not only was it huge, but once I had it, I honestly feel like there's no better location than the Chipotles in Colorado, Thornton, Colorado specifically. So it's like, once I had Chipotle for the first time, I knew. I was like, yeah, because I didn't even want to try it at first, but I was like, nah, this is it right here. And then I even ended up getting a job at Chipotle, and I can still get the job. Dan, shout out for you for being like a WGM, for real. So, like, shout out the West Kimberly location. Like, I mean, go to them.
At least you got a story behind it. I feel a little better that there's a personal.
I love Chipotle. Love Chipotle.
Shout out to Punch. But all right, moving on. This is Bloods and Crips. Anyway, the final question. No, that's not a question. Do not answer that.
I didn't know.
My
bad.
I told you I was trying to protect you from the bad of the industry. Breezy ain't gonna work with you now. No, I'm just moving forward. The last question on the list.
He's cool with Uncle Snoop.
Would you rather deal with a smart ass or deal with a dumb ass? And I'll give you my elaboration because it's the last question.
I'd rather deal with a smart Alec. That's my brother.
Yeah?
Yeah, my roommate, Javante, JP, Vontae Visuals. Vontae Visuals. Vontae Visuals. Like, he's very professional when it comes time to be professional, but when it comes to, like, personal, Javante Payne, you know what I mean? Javante Payne.
He know what he doing.
Boy, he always trolling, bro. Like, he always trolling, bro. Like, sometimes I be ready to throw hands with my brother, man. Like, because why is you playing with my emotions, dog? Like, you playing too much. And I'm looking at the camera because, bro, you going to watch this and you going to laugh in my face. You going to laugh when you know dang well you be tweaking, bro. Like, I was just talking to him about this before I came here, bro. Like, dog, what is you on?
Oh, man.
I love you, man. I love you. Shout out Vontae Visuals. Work with him on the photography, man. Oh, man.
Make sure he had the IMA's ticket on me just for the shout out.
I got you.
This has been my favorite episode, and it's crazy. Like I said, this is at least episode 100, and we've been going for about 6 years now. I feel like 2018. It may be 2018 when we started. So, like, thank you for this. This was fun, educational. You got me changing stuff because I was really about to take the ether hit 'em up question out because I realized how much older I was than people when people were like, I haven't heard it. And I'm like, how have you not heard it and you rap? Boy, you 19 and you know the classics. You know your elders. You've done your research. And I'm just honored to be in your presence. I'm grateful. That was fun, funny, educational, heartfelt. And like I keep saying all episode, just keep being true to you. Where can they find you? What you got coming up? Talk to them. Close us out.
So right now I'm currently finishing up my debut music project. I've never dropped any type of project. I only have 2 songs out on all streaming platforms right now. But by October 31st of this year, I plan on releasing my debut EP called The Introduction to SizB. The cover art is so fire. It was shot by Vontae Visuals, who is good to get in with for photography. And I'm trying to tell y'all that what's about to happen is beyond me. It's all God's work. I promise you. I've been working on this EP since I was 15 years old. I'm so glad that I could finally get all this music I've built up inside out to the public and be able to just be a product and perform for everybody, because I can't wait to hit the stage. That's all I've been waiting on this entire time anyway. But Other than that, I say the Iowa Music Awards, the 3rd annual Iowa Music Awards. I'm performing there Sunday, October 27th in Cedar Falls. I'm sure that none of y'all need to miss it. Y'all don't want to miss this because it's going to be crazy. I'm sure Tone got a crazy amount of lineups going on, but I know me and Essence W, we're performing together, and what we working on, bro, I promise y'all don't want to miss it. So other than that, I got my debut music project once again coming out, the introduction to SizB this Halloween 2024. And we gonna go so crazy, have the most fun with it. It has all genres on it, from R&B to soul to rap to drill to pop to EDM to it's this project is a movement. I'm so happy to be able to finally release what I've been working on, and then moving forward from there, we're gonna try to get some videos out. So I say just follow my Instagram or TikTok. All of my social media is the same username. It's SizB111. That's SizB111. You can find me on all social media, and it'll keep you updated on everything that I personally have going on within my life. I appreciate this opportunity, Tone. This is my first official interview.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I've never had nothing like this happen before.
You are a professional. No one would have ever known this was your first interview.
You know what I mean?
You are so much better than people that's been doing this for a minute. You got it, bro.
I appreciate it. I've spent so many years just watching people do interviews and do performances and go on tour and do this and that. Like, I personally feel like this is 10 years, past the time. I was as an 8-year-old, I should have been doing this, but it's okay because we here now. I'm on God's timing, and by God's blessing, I'm here, and I'm in the sound lounge doing my thing. You know what I mean? And I'm so excited.
Soundbites Record Studio. What's meant for you will never miss you.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for SizB.
Thank you.
Put some respect on his name. That, again, one of my favorite episodes, Talkin Top Tier. One of the things I love to do, which I can't do, but I love to do. I was not joking. I have vocal lessons tonight at 8. I love singing. I love R&B music. I can't sing worth a lick, but I enjoy it. And getting to sing some records that bring me back to my younger days.
You had some tone in there.
Hey.
Tone had some tone.
That's all I can promise you. I'm going to bring some tone. I'm going to put some tone.
Tone had a tone. He might not have all the runs, but when it comes to holding that note,
thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
It's been a blast. Like I said, I really don't do repeat people. I'm bringing you back because I already know this is just the beginning, and I might have to book your flight next time and make sure you get the room to come back because, I mean, it might only be a year. It could be 6 months, but I already know you on your way up, and any way I can help you, I'm here. You have my word. My word is bond. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here today. That's another episode, Talkin Top Tier. We out of here.
Back life.